And it looks like this one is going to come back, folks. Holding.
We're working on that.
Brings it to 3rd and 12. Often takes a snap, hands the ball off. It's number 0, and he's going to. They are showing 4th down, so it just looks like they're going to bring the chains out. Nice run by number 0, Curtis Henley. First down, Mangum Tigers.
Well, they stretched the chains and then to block him down low, signal first down. He was correct. So back to Boots and Sticks. They got first down just outside the 9-yard line.
Laughlin takes a snap. Hands the ball off to number 32, Cooper Carbo. And that's going to be a gain of about 6. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 4. Laughlin takes a snap. Hands the ball off number 0, Curtis Henley again. He bounces off a couple of players, and he's going to get down to about the 17-yard line. 72, Dawson Kennard on the tackle for the Wilson Eagles. It's going to make up a 3rd and short, 30 yard. Third down. Laughlin takes a snap. Hands the ball off number 4, Craig Manning. He goes right up the middle. He's going to get all the way down to close to the 10-yard line. First down. Tigers can still get a first down just outside the 10-yard line, 1st and 10. Laughlin tosses the ball to his right, number 1, and he's going to be driven out of bounds on about the 6 or 7-yard line. Zeke Rogers on the reception.
Life is much better now. I'm sorry for that interruption there. I'll get to that one.
Laughlin drops back. And he tosses the ball out to his left. Great catch by number 4, Craig Manning. Number 12, Hunter Roberts, in on that tackle, I believe, for the Wilson Eagles. Third down and a couple. Bone takes a snap, goes right up the middle, and he's going to be. I don't have the.
Change of pace. Rodgers from the shotgun, taking the direct snap to go 2.5 yards and score. And with 7:12 left in quarter number one, Mangum on the board first. They lead it 6-0 with the extra point on the way. Just a dominating drive by Mangum. Derek Hammond on to try the extra point. Mad Max Richardson is the holder. Snap is back, hold is true, kick is on the way, and it is up, and it is good! So with 7:12 left in the first, Mangum goes 60 yards and scores first. They lead 7-0 over Wilson here on Classic Hits 97.7.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game, and always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Hey all you Tiger fans, it's game time. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We are thrilled and ready for live Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger action on the field and court this season. Let's pack the stands and cheer loud. Cattlemen's Bank is full of school spirit. Go Tigers!
Attention Mangum Tigers. Are you ready to show your Tiger pride? This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. At our bank, we are always geared up and ready to cheer the Tigers and Lady Tigers on to victory. You can count on us to wear the brightest orange and black. We'll see you at the games.
Welcome back to the Liberty Bowl, and Cameron Dole working feverishly. He's got us on the Facebook page, and we check in with Elaine Mills-Smith, Jade Laughlin, and Vanessa Hagee. Charles Stowe is watching as well. And you know that Mangum leading 7-0 with 7:12 left in the first quarter of play. And set to kick the football away to Wilson. A dominating drive, a couple of mistakes with penalties. Mangum able to overcome them. Want to say hi to Janet Murrow. Janet watching from Nolans. Hello! Home of the Saints. Hammond set to kick it away. End over end, near side. And it'll be fielded back at about the 10. Slipping is the back. He'll make it to the 15, 20, and blasted at about the 23-yard line. Open field tackle by Mason Mitchell, the 5'6", 140-pound sophomore. Makes the play in the open field. And it'll be 1st and 10 for this group from Wilson. They'll have it at their own 25. Elaine Mills-Smith, by the way, says, let's go Mangum. So, Janet Murrow, you know, that reminds me that it wasn't that long ago, well, it was, 20 years ago, Hurricane Katrina devastated New Orleans, and there's always something positive that comes out of a negative. If you're an Oklahoma City Thunder fan, that was the negative, or the positive for sure. So 1st and 10 now for Wilson. They got to work offensively for the first time. Little inside handoff. And Mangum not fooled at all, although great running. And look at that, still on his feet across the 40, out to the 45. A little dipsy dude to the 50-yard line. Oh my goodness, what a run by Luke Gray. Wow. I'm telling you, Luke Gray was knocked down at the line of scrimmage, but he wasn't. And he burst out of the pack and made his way to the 49. And at the end of the play, a penalty flag will fly. That may go against Mangum. It is a face mask. And so they get an additional 5 yards tacked onto that one. But again, what about the run by Luke Gray? My goodness. By the way, Bugsy, there's got to be a story there, right? Come on. Bugsy? Bugsy says, let's get it, Tigers. I guess that's how Bugsy sounds.
That's your interpretation.
Okay, all right. So a huge run to begin the ball game for Wilson. And again, Mangum had him bottled up at the line of scrimmage. Brian Lively, he found his way out to the Near midfield stripe in a 5-yard face mask puts it inside Mangum territory. Now a deep handoff, and again room to run. Inside the 40 down to about the 39-yard line. That's Braxton Miles, your heard coach, talk about him in the pregame show. And you heard the from my tag team partner. That was a big-time hit from Mad Max Richardson. Second down and 4, ball inside the 40 at about the 38.5-yard line. So both teams running the ball well here as we got into the halfway point of quarter number 1. Mangum on top 7-0. And good old-fashioned slugfest right now between these two squads. So second down, they will keep it close with that formation. Just one wide receiver split out to the far side. I formation. And again, a deep handoff to the tailback, and holding on for dear life is Aiden Augustine. And Augustine will not prevent the running back from getting a first down as he takes it inside the 35 down to the 34-yard line. On the carry that time is Luke Gray. So Gray showing good leg strength on a couple of carries here so far. First and 10 now for Wilson. And again, 29-3, they won last week. I formation. They have it inside Mangum territory at the 34. Down 7-0. Turn and hand it on to the tailback, and there's a good tackle at the line of scrimmage. Wrapping up, coming down the line, Mad Max Richardson made the play. No gain and maybe a loss of a yard on the play. They will mark him down for a yard loss. Richardson with the play. Second down and 11. Amy Ken Carter, let's go Tiger. Dad is watching from Tennessee. Good old Rocky Top.
They're feeling a little better than Nico is this week.
Who's that?
Iamaliava.
Oh, yeah, I would guess so. Eric Rodriguez has checked in. He says, hey, let's go. It's time to wheel and deal them. And Sharon Center. Go get them Tigers from Gridley, California. Second down and 11. Mangum leads 7-0. 4:20 and running in the first quarter of play. Deep handoff, and again breaking tackles, but then some swarm tackling will get off his feet Braxton Miles. Miles will get the yard back that they lost and pick up a couple of more. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 8. The original hit by Diego Tellis slowed down the running back, and then Tellis' teammates came to finish him off. Debbie R. Anderson says go Tigers, as does Jill DeRusha. By the way, we love hearing from where you are. We've had New Orleans, California, and Tennessee check in tonight. Third down now. 3rd down and 8.5. We'll go ahead and call it 9. At I formation. And Miles will miss the tackler at the line of scrimmage. But then he'll get knocked off his feet at about the 33. The ball came loose. But it'll still be Wilson football. As Bo Rogers in on the stop. Aiden Augustine. Well, I tell you what, Augustine is matched up. And if you see him on your screen, Dylan Tunnel. There are not many guys that are going to be as big this season as Augustine, but Tunnel, those two, whew, I wouldn't want to be caught in a phone booth or elevator with them. There wouldn't be a whole lot of room left over. Sherry Smith Mitchell says, hey, let's go Mangum Tigers. By the way, Bugsy wants me to know that he is from the class of 88. 3 minutes left here in the first quarter of play, and as you would expect, this deep in Mangum territory, Wilson will go for it. 4th down and 8. Again, a power I formation. They want to throw for the first time tonight. Rolling out, getting chased, breaking a couple of tackles, and now getting sacked. Ball comes free. It's loose. Picked up in the 50, 40, 35, 30, 25, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Mad Max Richardson. Great pursuit that time by Mangum. Wilson trying to throw the football for the first time tonight, and it turned into disaster. Ball setting at the Mangum 48. Richardson picked it up And nobody was going to catch Mad Max from behind. He takes it 52 yards for the score. And now with 2:34 left in the first, Mangum has extended the lead to 13-0. And here comes Derek Hammond for the extra point. Hey, Colton Gillespie has checked in. Colton, we miss you, brother. Hope you're doing well. He says, let's go, Mangum. He burst onto the scene last year in this particular ball game. Known Colton for a long time, and I'll tell you what, it was fun to watch him last year in a Tiger uniform. So now the extra point for Mangum. And again, Richardson, who just scored the touchdown, is the holder. Snap is back, hold is true, kick is on its way, and it's good. So with 2:34 left in period number one, Mangum leads it 14-0. We're back to the Liberty Bowl after this. We're Classic Hits 97.7.
Did you know the freshest and most beautiful long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call at 580-782-2122 for fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts. Make that trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Rod Calhoun support high school sports. Mickey and Rod offer insurance for property, auto, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're ready to serve you at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Call 580-782-3827.
Back in the Liberty Bowl, where we say good evening to our good friend Robert Crawford over there in Hobart, checking out the broadcast tonight. Blank, we hope you're doing well, buddy. He says hi to you, too, by the way, Cameron.
Right.
Wants to make sure that you're involved in that as well. So Mangum on top, 14-0. As Max Richardson picked up that loose football and scampered 52 yards. David Henry says, let's go Tigers. Got to put a lick on that running back to slow him down. And well,
yeah.
They got the quarterback, so that'll help. Brian Holford, let's go. They're watching from Danville, Illinois. How about that?
How about that?
And our good friend Caitlin Huckabee says, let's go Tigers, watching from the Big Elk Stadium where Elk City and Altus are playing. And Caitlin, make sure you keep us up to date on that game. With scores, if you would, please. Caitlin doing a great job up there running that Kids Inc. program in Elk City. So Derek set to kick it away from the 40, high end over end kick, and it'll be fielded at about the 12 to the 15, 20, 25, big seam, 30, 35, 40, near side, makes a move, 50, still on his feet at the 35, 30, and finally dragged out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. Great return there by the Eagles. That's Isaiah Gibson on the return. We look down the field, and do we see any yellow wandering? We don't.
Oh, are they saying he stepped out here?
Well, Santa Claus, the official with the beard,
Or is he
standing
just talking
there.
to them?
No, he's having a conversation with Sam Powers. I don't know.
Apparently not.
Well, now they're going to have a conversation amongst all of the officials.
Well, he's the only one with a mark. Oh, and there is a flag at his feet.
Okay, we didn't see
There we
that.
go. He was stepping on it.
That'll do it. John David Mathis says, let's go Mangum. And Tara Bernard Reynolds, way to go Mad Max. Eric Rodriguez, Smokey the Bear might have to come down. Not going to put this fire out. Oh, I tell you what, he comes up with something every week. Eric, we love it. Oh, he must have a book he steals that stuff from. So there was a penalty here at the 48-yard line of Wilson, and it will be marked off from there. It is a major violation, which will take the ball all the way back to the 37.
Wow.
So instead of starting at Mangum's 23-yard line, Wilson will start at their own 37, down 14-0, with 2:22 left in quarter number one.
He had his own version of who's naughty and who's nice.
And I'm telling you, if you're watching, you know who we're talking about, the official that looks like Santa Claus. I formation, again, Wilson on the ground, big hole left side, across the 45, out to about the 47-yard line. Good open field tackle there, but Alex McKendrick had all kinds of room. as he will pick up 8, maybe 9 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 1. And, you know, we heard Coach talk about Braxton Miles in the pregame show, but anybody who's carried the football so far from the running back position for this group from Wilson has been impressive. 2nd down now and 1. Cooper Burkhart, by the way, the quarterback for Wilson. He'll turn, hand it off.
Oh.
There's a big tackle by that. Oh, buddy! Jackson Brooks with a thunderous hit at the 45-yard line. And a penalty flag will fly from the back judge. And is this going to be excessive celebration? White hat coming to the near side.
Well, Wilson's backing up.
So apparently not. I thought maybe they're going to jump on Jackson for getting so excited. It is a personal foul, but it's called against the Eagles, and it takes it back to the 30-yard line. So pushing back, way back, the theme right now for this defense from Mangum. How about that tackle, though, by Jackson Brooks?
What an amazing breakthrough, and he wrapped up and wasn't going to allow him to break free this time.
Nick Saban would tell Jackson that he got his head and shoulders across the ball carrier, and as you said, wrapped up the ankles and took him to the turf. So Wilson certainly not built for 3rd down and long situations, especially one of this magnitude. They have it at their own 30-yard line, the line to make for a 1st down, the 49. So 3rd down and 19 in the waning moments of period number 1. 1:25 and running in the first. Mangum on top 14-0. Remember last year we had only 4 home games and 6 road. It's flip-flop this year, depending on what that Cordell thing does. So a toss sweep on the right side. It'll go to McKendrick, and McKendrick going to come back to the near side. He's got one man to beat. Thomas, great job by Diego to turn that one back inside. Cooper Kerbo and Curtis Finley there to make the stop, but that is all Diego Tellis, because he's out there on an island. If he doesn't turn that play back inside, it's trouble.
You said one person to beat. Diego says, not so fast, my friend.
Yes. Thank you, Lee Corso. So a great play by Diego, and it'll be 4th down now from the 35-yard line. So 4th and about 14. Into punt now for Wilson is Isaiah Gibson. Gibson, you'll remember, returned that kickoff all the way down to the 23. They got called back because of a penalty. So Mangum will get the ball one final time here in this first period of play, leading 7-0. Now the ball goes through the kicker's hands. He'll pick it up at the 10, getting chased, and he'll get tackled at about the 13-yard line. So Mangum will get it 1st and 10 right there.
Great defense by the Mangum Tigers.
And again, Mangum the benefactor of a mental error on the part of Wilson. They had that fumble that was returned 52 yards by Mad Max Richardson, and now a snap that goes through the punter's hands, and he is tackled deep inside Mangum territory. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. They will have it at the Wilson 17-yard line. This will be the final play probably of quarter number 1. Pistol formation. Henley is the back. Throw out in the flat. Catch is made. Trying to break tackles and spun down. For the Tigers is Mason Parker. Parker, there's a penalty flag on the play, so we'll have to see how this one works out.
For the Eagles.
So penalties in the first quarter that you would expect early on in the season.
Was that illegal substitution? Is that what this is?
I believe so, yes.
Is that what that is?
So we will sort this out when we come back for period number 2. At the end of 1, Mangum 14, Wilson nothing, and we are Classic Hits 97.7.
Hello, Lone Wolf and Hobart.
Granite Drug Company is now delivering to Hobart, Lone Wolf, Granite, and Mangum. Granite Drug Company is a complete pharmacy ready to fill and deliver your prescriptions, and it's easy to get switched. Just call 580-535-2130 or visit our store at 316 North Main in Granite. Granite Drug Company has an ice cream fountain open all day and lunches from 11 to 2. Health and beauty products and selection of gifts. Granite Drug Company is here for you.
Hi, Hi, Mangum Tiger fans. This is Jill Grauman with RE/MAX Property Place. If you need to buy or sell a property or a home in Mangum or anywhere in Greer County, just call me at 580-706-0259. You'll see lots of my signs around town because I get the results for my clients. I say, go Mangum Tigers.
Jill Grauman, RE/MAX Property Place. Always here, always helping.
All the employees at Great Plains Bank Mangum are excited for the school year. We look forward to seeing everyone come out and get that Tiger spirit and support the young men and women of Mangum as they try and bring home the gold ball. You will see us at the game and hear us on the radio and internet. Come see Great Plains Bank Mangum for your banking needs on the corner in downtown Mangum. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Mangum on top at the end of the first quarter of play, 14-0 here at the Liberty Bowl. Cameron Dole Experience, Michael Barnes, and a veritable cast of thousands joining you.
Millions.
And I wonder if Mad Max Richardson's girlfriend's mom is listening into the broadcast. For those of you who were with Cameron and I a couple of weeks ago, or maybe just a week ago, we were doing a softball game, and Mad Max's girlfriend played second base for Merritt, right? Do I have that correct?
Yes.
And then Mom let us know.
It was not the pitcher. It was not the pitcher.
Mom let us know we were wrong because we thought the way she was acting, her daughter was the pitcher on the team. She let us know instead it was the second baseman. Good stuff. I mean,
that's why you never want to miss a game. You never know what you're going to miss.
You got Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, and we got Mad Max and his girlfriend. Throw back here on the near side. Oh, in and out of the hands of Mason Mitchell. And Mitchell had run a great pattern. Nobody was with him as he circled back around here on the near side, but the throw came up a little bit short. It'll be second down. Eric Rodriguez says he called Smokey and told him Wilson is starting fires down here. Oh, Teresa Sainer says, go get him Cooper Curbo. Second down play, and Mason this time going to get the handoff. He'll take it inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line. A penalty flag will fly as Mason Mitchell got grabbed by the face mask, the 5'6", 140-pound sophomore, fighting for every yard he could find. And this will get it even closer. I think they marked him out at the 3. And it doesn't matter if it's the personal foul or if it's the 5-yard garden variety. It's going to be half the distance. Yeah. Teresa, by the way, is the biggest fan of Cooper Curbo, watching from California. Saw Cooper last night at the Big Bash, the Tiger Bash. Oh.
So a face mask and a late hit, I think is what it was.
Yes, there was a second penalty. That was a personal foul that sets up a 1st and goal situation. And Bo Rogers back in the quarterback position now for Mangum. Rogers will take the handoff. He'll hand it on to Curtis Henley. Henley hit at the line of scrimmage. Now the tush push. Does he get into the end zone?
Yes.
What are we talking about? The big uglies up front. And that time they just shoved the entire pile into the end zone. Leading away that time, Brylan Smith, 6'2", 253. And I'm just telling you, he just got in there and said, tush push this. Touchdown. Mangum leads it 20-0 with 11:43 left in the first half of play. That was fabulous. In to try the extra point for Mangum. Derek Hammond, he's 2 for 2. Kicking on the opposite end now here in period number 2. Snap is good. Hold is true. Kick is no good, but we've got roughing the kicker.
We got another flag.
And so we will go back, Jack, and do it again. Wow.
Well, it may be against...
Personal foul. No, that's personal foul, roughing the kicker. I mean,
okay. Coming off because of the injury.
Yes. So they'll tend to the injured player, and we'll kind of get you caught up. Mangum taking advantage of miscues by Wilson. Tigers went 60 yards the first time they had the football. Went the length of the field, shoved it down Wilson's throat, and was able to score. Second time they score, it's a fumble on a 4th and long. Ball picked up at about the 48-yard line and going 52 yards down the far sideline for the score is Max Richardson. And then just before the end of the first quarter of play, Wilson in punt formation. The ball sailed through the punter's hands. He was tackled deep inside Mangum territory, and the Tigers take over in the second quarter on the opposite end, go the 9 yards and score. We have the extra point that was no good, but we've got roughing the kicker. And so another attempt for Mangum. And I think if it were a different time of the year, if you were playing district football, I think Sam Powers may opt to go for 2 points here. But I think with the season opener, he wants to work on those extra points because there were a couple of times that they certainly came into play last season. And I think Hammond's going to get another opportunity. Meantime, the injured player getting some assistance off the field.
Good to see their player up there.
Yeah, it looks like that right leg that he is struggling with. Correspondent Robert Crawford tells us that Hobart leads Watonga 8-0 as they begin quarter number 2 up at Watonga.
Yes.
Chad Fox's favorite locales.
Yeah.
So there's a
reason. he was thinking that he was going to send me here and he was going to get the short trip to Hobart, and I was like, oh, so you're going to make the trip to Watonga instead? And he's like, oh.
Well, when you're leaving Clinton.
Yep.
And so there's a reason why that I'm a broadcaster, not a very good one, and a child welfare worker, and, well, probably not very good at that either, because I don't know what I'm talking about. Sam Powers says, Barnes, I'm going to go for 2 here. I don't know what you're talking about, that kick that extra point thing. I'm going for 2.
We've had practice twice already. I mean, come on.
Exactly. So Bo Rogers back out there along with his tailback, Curtis Henley. And we have the roughing the kicker penalty. So it'll be from the 1.5 yard line for Mangum for the 2 points. Leading here 20-0.
And this is one of those things I'm never going to take for granted again was last Friday in Cordell because I think they were unsure about where their season was going to go before, and they did not have numbers on the field. So it was interesting trying to figure out where they were on the field the entire evening. I was glad that Dudley and his compadre had the play-by-play. I didn't have to worry about it too much.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, the college football season kicked off in Ireland, and that was Iowa State and Kansas State. And where they were playing, there was so much rain that you couldn't really see the yard markers or the logos. So we are fortunate to have Dirk Hammond here in Mangum doing a great job with the Liberty Bowl.
Always.
So Mangum indeed will go for 2 now with 11:43 left in the half, leading 20-0. Curtis Henley in the pistol formation. Now he'll go to the right side of Bo. Bo going to take it on the direct snap, and he's not going to get into the end zone. Ran into his own man. Aiden Augustine tried to get there to make a block, but instead he knocked Bo down. So the 2-point conversion no good. 11:43 left in the first half of play. Mangum leads it at the Liberty Bowl 20-0. And we'll return after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Greer Funeral Home proudly supports the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. We're wishing our team strength, teamwork, and success all season long. Serving Greer County since 1923. Phone 480-2111.
Ashley Slayton and Catherine Webb, certified family nurse practitioners, and the rest of the friendly faces at the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum treat all ages, children through adults. This means we are all yours for well child exams, annual checkups, as well as those illnesses that can hit us. We also do management of chronic illnesses like asthma, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Same-day appointments are usually available. At the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum, call 782-3393 for appointments.
A couple of hours ago, there was some shower and thunderstorm activity down in Texas that was getting ready to move across the Red River. And at that time, the National Weather Service didn't think the showers would hold together, but there would be moisture and drizzle and junk in the air. And I think we've gotten to that point. It feels, and I'm telling you, it feels like a Halloween night out there with the weather the way it is. Hey, Austin Solis has checked in. He says, that way, boys, keep up the hard work. Go Tigers. Austin, hope you're doing well, bud. We miss you. So Mangum set to kick it away. They lead 20-0. Derek Hammond set to kick from right to left for the first time here tonight. Remember the last time? Great return by Wilson. Was negated by a penalty, and it was lucky for Mangum. High end over end kick that will be fielded at the 22, out to the 30, 35, and 38-yard line. On the return for Wilson will be Bobby Adams. It'll be 1st and 10. They'll mark him at the 39. Curbo in on the stop. Talk about football IQ. And Curbo, he worked extremely hard over the summer to get bigger and stronger, put on some about 10, 15 pounds of muscle. You know, when I saw him last night, I mean, as we mentioned, great IQ, and so he played extremely well last year as a freshman, but now he's got the body to go along with that intelligence, so expect big things out of him. 1st and 10 now. Ball at the 39. 11:38 left in the first half of play. Mangum on top 20-0, and we'll get a penalty. Why not? See what the white
moving.
Yeah. An illegal substitution. Somebody probably came onto the field late. And so that will set Wilson back 5 yards. 1st and 15. And boy, you hate to be working behind the chains when you're down 20-0. You know, week number 1 of the college football season, there were some great games last week. Week number 2, not a whole lot on the schedule, but what is there involves Oklahoma teams. 1st and 15 now. Underneath center, Burkhart. Cooper will hand it off to his tailback. It is Alex McKendrick who will pick up a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Oklahoma State Cowboys on the road. They're at Oregon, taking on the Ducks. 2:30 kickoff. That game along the Fox Radio Network on KTJS. And then tomorrow night, underneath the lights, it'll be Michigan and Oklahoma. And we'll go to that bowl game immediately after the Oklahoma State game ends. And both of those are nationally televised games. Actually, they gave the tailback, McKendrick, 4 on that carry, so it's 2nd down and 11. Burkhart, again, underneath center. He'll hand it off to his fullback and across the 40 to maybe the 41-yard line. Hard running by Luke Gray. Gray has played at the tailback position and had a big carry there. Bunch of white hats in the area on the stop. Aiden Augustine, one of those. He'll roll off the pile and come to the sideline. Also, Clayton Caskey coming up from his secondary position to help out on the stop. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 9.
Now we have 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9 now with 10:15 left in the first half of play. Mangum trying to hold and get the football again. 3 scores on the night, one of those courtesy of the defense. Burkhart, I formation. He'll keep the ball himself and get across the 45. Oh! The football. It's still on the ground. Mangum says they've got it, and the officials agree. Bo Rogers came out of the pile with the football. Rogers in on the initial hit. That may have been Diego that got on that football. It was either him or Rogers. But the second time that we have seen the quarterback now, Burkhart, carry the football, and he's fumbled. So Mangum will get it in great field position at the 40-yard line of Wilson with 9:56 left in the first half of play. Split out here on the near side, Zeke Rogers in the slot for Mangum. Is Mason Parker. Bad snap. Laughlin will go get it, and he'll get knocked down at the midfield stripe. You know, I talked about the moisture in the air, and I think you can begin to see it a little bit on the football. It's a little bit slippery to hold on to, and Laughlin that time kind of slid when he got tackled as well. So a big loss on the play of 10 yards, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 20 down for Mangum. Laughlin looked like he was going to go underneath center. I'm thinking, no, that ain't going to happen. And he didn't. Cray Manny in there in the backfield. Throw it out here in the flat. Caught by Parker. Looks for a block. Doesn't get it, and he'll pick up 2. And that'll be 3rd down and long. Mason just needed a block here on the edge to get that near sideline and couldn't find it. 3rd down now. Line to make the 30. Line of scrimmage the 49. 3rd and 19. 8:50 left here in the first half of play. Manny in the pistol formation with Laughlin. Parker in the slot on the far side. See what Coach dials up here. Looks at Parker. And now they're going to go up top. Wobbly ball. Caught in traffic. 1st down and more. How about the adjustment by Zeke Rogers? That ball came out funny from the hand of Laughlin, but a good job by Rogers to adjust and make the catch in traffic. That'll be 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Quick handoff. Manny. Cray will break a tackle. Weave his way on the right side. Get it inside the 15 down to about the 13-yard line. Robert Crawford updating Hobart and Watauga. And the Bearcats now in front of the Eagles of Watauga, 16-0. That'll be next week's opponent for Mangum at Hobart. 8 minutes left here in the first half. Tigers trying to add to their 20-0 lead.
Oh, started early.
Yeah, Parker up top by himself. Half a step early. Mangum had 4 wide receivers split out here on the near side. So far, the Tigers have been able to overcome their mistakes. And those are the kind of mistakes that you would expect in week 1. The false starts, the illegal procedures. So it's 2nd down now. 2nd and 11. Laughlin by himself looks here on the near side for Rogers. He'll go up and make the catch. Did he hold on? And he did! Touchdown, Mangum! We waited because we waited for the official to give us a signal. How about that? Ray Laughlin just threw that one up in the corner and said, go up and catch it, Zeke, and he did. So the score from 16 yards away gives Mangum a 26-0 lead. 7:41 left in the first half of play. 2 great catches on that drive by Zeke Rogers. Now on to try the extra point, Derek Hammond. Snap is good, hold is true, kick is on its way, and it is good. So Mangum with 7:41 left in the first half of play. Dominating here. They lead at 27-0. We're Classic Hits, 97.7.
The law offices of Corey Kendall proudly support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. We're behind you all the way. Go Tigers! Corey Kendall, attorney at law, 122 North Oklahoma Avenue in Mangum.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Mangum Regional Medical Center proudly supports the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. Here's to a healthy, winning season and a community that stands together. If you need us, find us at mangumregional.net.
Such great confidence between the skill players, Remington Laughlin and Zeke Rogers. They have played together for a long time, know one another extremely well. And twice during that drive, Remy just threw a ball to a spot and said, Zeke, go get it, and Rogers did. The second time was 16 yards away for a touchdown. The extra point has given Mangum a 27-0 lead. And checking radar, and there may be some light shower activity that comes to the Liberty Bowl over the next 15 to 20 minutes. The air is ripe indeed. And let me just tell you, my trick left knee is feeling every bit of that moisture. 7:41 left in the first half of play. Mangum on top. 27-0 in the opener here at the Liberty Bowl. End over end kick. Going to be fielded here on the near side. On the run at the 24. Out to the 30, 35, 36-yard line will go Alex McKendrick. So McKendrick will give Wilson good field position. 1st and 10. First and 10 now for Wilson. Mangum back in action next Friday night on the road at Hobart. And regardless of what records are or anything of that nature, it's always a slugfest. It's always chippy. They don't exchange cards, gifts, and letters when they play. We look forward to it. 1st and 10 down for Wilson. And defense has been solid tonight for Mangum. Miles turns the corner, has the 45-46. Boy, I tell you what, that is a nice tackle in space there by Mangum's Curtis Henley, because if Henley doesn't get it done, yikes. I want to say hi to Taylor Eshetai. Taylor is checking in from Lincoln, Nebraska. Says, let's go Justin Wooten. Cornhuskers going to be any good this year? They keep
I don't know.
Hey. Playing in the Big Ten, that's tough.
See, Tim Crouch was in Hobart a few weeks ago. Got to visit with him, yeah.
Miles again on the carry on the left side, and he'll take it inside the 40 down to about the 38. Now another penalty flag will fly.
He felt pretty confident in what they were bringing, so we'll see.
So the big question is, while the official tells us that the penalty is going to be a personal foul against Mangum to give 15 free yards now to this group from Wilson, it'll take it from the Mangum 39, and it'll be marked at about the 23-yard line. Why was Eric Crouch in Hobart?
He was there for the Deontay Caleb's football camp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, football camp.
Well, they said the penalty occurred at the 40-yard line, so they'll take it to the 25. Nonetheless, Wilson will have it there 1st and 10. Their deepest foray into Mangum territory tonight, with the clock running 7:05 left in the first half and trailing 27-0. Burkhart been underneath center all night long, and now they're going to lose 5 yards on that. Leaning forward that time was Braxton Miles. You might be able to get away with that in the starting blocks when you're running the 100, but when you're the tailback at the Liberty Bowl, it isn't going to work.
You stick out just a little bit.
Yeah. Miles beginning to warm up just a little, and so you can understand why he was anticipating that call. He'd hand the last 2 handoffs. So it'll be 1st and 15 now from the 30. And I hope somebody from Mangum notices that Cole Hedgewood, and they do now. Diego Tellis is right with him. Hedgewood just standing out here all by himself on the near side, nearly on the out-of-bounds marker. They'll hand it off to Miles, and Miles going to get dragged down from behind by Aiden Augustine. They call him Big A, and you just simply look at him in that number 65 uniform, and it's easy to figure out why. He will actually tackle Miles behind the line of scrimmage, a loss of 3, and it's 2nd down and 18. Clock continues to move here, 6:35 left in the first half of play. NFL playing on a Friday night down in Brazil as the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs are playing. A scoring update on that in a minute. So 2nd down and forever, and they're going to throw a screen pass. And what a great job there by the penetration. My big buddy Trey Williams, slide that one away. Trey will never play basketball because he doesn't have hops, but I tell you what, he said, get that stuff out of here.
He got hops enough there.
Yeah. Yeah, and you run a screenplay and you invite the defensive lineman to come in, but you got to at least put a hat on him and slow him down a little bit, and Trey was not slowed down at all. Taylor, I'm not hating on your Huskers, not at all. I'm just wondering if this is gonna be the year for them. There are a lot of people that think that it is. But again, they're playing in the Big Ten. Third down and forever. Burkhardt, again, dropping back the pass. Has time, throws across the middle of the field. Got a man. Pass caught. 20, 15, 10. Still on his feet and dragged down at the 9-yard line by his face mask. That's that Cole Hedgewood I talked about a moment ago that was simply hiding out here on the near sideline. And Burkhardt got enough time to find him across the middle, pick up the first down, and take it deep inside the 10-yard line with the personal foul penalty at the end of the play for grabbing the face mask. So even though you lead 27-0 at the 6:04 mark of the first half of play, that is one that when they huddle up at halftime, Coach Powers is going to have a conversation. Guys, we had them 3rd and 18, and we let them off the hook.
You always like the goose egg up there on the board too. That's a thing the defense likes to take pride in, and
obviously that's a goal going into the season is you pitch a shutout. So Wilson has it 1st and goal at the 5-yard line of Mangum. And as you would expect, they'll go to that power I formation. The fullback, Luke Gray, the tailback, is Braxton Miles. Wouldn't be surprised if Miles doesn't get it here. He does, left side, gets it blocked, and is going to be tackled at about the 2. And a good job by Curtis Henley to come down the line and make the play. I think Miles thought he was going to make it into the end zone. He got to the 1.5-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from there. I'm going to go back to Alex McKendrick. McKendrick has been, he just hadn't even been a part of the game tonight. And then we noticed him during the drive here on the near sideline, just kind of hanging out. And he found himself wide open on that pass play a moment ago and picked up the first down. 2nd and goal from the 1.5-yard. I formation for Wilson. Miles again, left side, going to get dragged down from behind. And again, coming down the line of scrimmage, Aiden Augustine to make the play. Richie Galloway checking in with us. Richie says Altus is in front of Elk City, 21-0. 21-0. So maybe the Bulldogs have got things turned around as their head coach. His son is QB1. Jeremy Reed, his freshman son, spun the football very well in that victory last week against Ardmore. As the Bulldogs on top tonight, 21-0. 3rd down and goal now. And Miles that time got by the tackle at the line of scrimmage and was able to get in the end zone for the score. A couple of Tigers got penetration in the backfield, but Miles too quick. And he will score from 3 yards away. And with 4:18 left in the first half, it's 27-6. Wilson is on the board. Let's see if the Eagles go for 2 here. And I would suspect, given the way they're lining up, they will not, as the holder will be Chase Vernon. And the kicker, Rowdy Davis. So they'll kick the extra point, or at least attempt to kick it. Snap is back, bobbled, kick is on its way. It's going to be blocked. Great job there by Remy Laughlin to come in and block the extra point try. So the extra point no good. 4:18 left in the half. Mangum leads it 27-6, and we're back in the Liberty Bowl after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Hey, come on by the Mangum Tag Agency at 108 East Pierce in Mangum for all your vehicle tag and registration needs. Driver's license, ID renewals, including CDL or Add Real ID. We now offer initial issuance and out-of-state driver's license and ID transfers. And we issue Pike Pass. For fast, friendly customer service, come see Tom, Cynthia, or Adam. We're here for you. Check us out online at mangumtag.com. For tag renewals and more information, phone 580-782-3004. The Mangum Tag Agency says, Go Tigers! Sovereign Bank is your bank of choice. Sovereign Bank is a proud supporter of the Mangum Tiger Athletics. Supporting our schools and athletic programs is a top priority. Hear us roar, Go Tigers! We're cheering you on all season long. Sovereign Bank, empowering our youth with the freedom to dream. Sovereign Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, 27-6 our score here. By the way, to put a wrap on Taylor Eshetai, the Cornhuskers are 1-0 on the year. Nebraska in action tomorrow against Akron. Do you know what Akron's nickname is?
I should. I don't right off the top of my head. You got me this time.
Zips.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah. So that's who they will play tomorrow. So they should be 2-0 after tomorrow is what I'm trying to tell you.
One of the most interesting that I've ever had the opportunity to see was a team in southeast Missouri that their
kick going to be fielded at the 20, 25, 30. And it's Mason Mitchell across the 35 out to near the 40-yard line. They will mark him down at the 38, 1st and 10 for Mangum from there.
Their mascot was the Zizzer. The Zizzers.
Southeast Missouri State?
No. It was
okay.
It was a high school.
Okay.
It was a high school team that their mascot was a Zizzer, and that is the sound that lightning strike makes when it hits the ground. Is a Zizzer. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
take that.
Forgive me if I tell you that I really don't want to be around to confirm that.
Yeah. There you go.
If it makes that Zizzer sound, obviously you've survived it.
Right.
If not, it's whap. Good night, nurse. 1st and 10, 39-yard line for Mangum. High snap, handoff, deep handoff to Henley. And Curtis will take it to the 40, a gain of 1 on the play. 2nd down at 9. Luke Gray in on the stop for this group from Wilson. Wind is picked up out of the north, and more moisture in the air as well. Mangum going from right to left on your listening and or viewing device, and that's into that wind. Remy with time now, flush from the pocket, and he runs into his own man and going to get sacked. Lose about 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and long. Give credit to the secondary of Wilson, as they had excellent coverage on the Mangum wide receivers. Remy just couldn't find anybody. So 3rd down and almost 14. Ball setting at the 36-yard line of Mangum. Line to make outside the 49. Laughlin with time. Comes near side. Pass caught. Nice catch out in the flat by Mad Max. He'll break a tackle. He'll take it to the 45. They may give him the 46. Hard running by Mad Max Richardson. Luke Gray on the stop. Got help as well from Hunter Roberts. 4th down now for Mangum. Ball just outside the 45. The line to make the 49. So 4th and about 4. And I believe Sam is going to go for it. 2:30 left in the first half of play. Let's see if they can't get him, first of all, to jump into the neutral zone. He's done that once tonight with a hard count. Change the play now and go back to work. 2 wide receivers here on the near side. Richardson in the slot. Zeke. They look the opposite way, and the pass is going to be caught. It's a good job of catching the football, coming back to it, Mason Parker. But Parker fell down to make the catch, and he'll be short of a first down by about a half yard. And taking over on downs will be Wilson. He had to adjust to the football because of the wind.
We've seen a little of that field side over the last couple of weeks as well. And, man, it does play havoc on the ball.
Yeah, softball game. Saw that. So a timeout going to be taken here by Wilson. 2:13 left in the first half of play. Wind really picking up. And we're back to the Liberty Bowl on Classic Hits 97.7.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
TCLC is a family-owned 5-star daycare center that has been caring for children for over 45 years. The owners of Tiger Cub are proud to serve the Mangum area and support the Mangum Lady Tigers and Tigers on the radio and streaming. Tiger Cub Learning Center says,
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
We're talking about college football as Wilson will take over with 2:13 left in the half, trailing 27-6. When we're talking about college football, what about the little spat between Oklahoma State's and Oregon's coaching staffs?
I thought it was pretty funny because, and I usually don't agree with ESPN analysts very often, but they said it kind of sounds like spilled milk because Gundy really enjoyed it whenever T. Boone was alive, but it's not so good since Mr. Pickens hasn't been investing, if you will.
Well, Phil Knight and Nike, they got all the money in the world.
Yeah.
I realize that, but T. Boone Pickens also.
Boy,
I mean, they named the stadium after him, so there's that. The biggest ironic part of it is that while Gundy is complaining about Nike's money, that's who sponsors their uniforms. He's making that complaint while wearing a Nike's coach's shirt.
I think, is he begging for a raise? Is that what he's doing?
Could be. All right, Wilson hands the ball now. They're going to go up in the air. Burkhardt going to get flushed from the pocket. Got some room on the far side. 45, still on his feet. 40, comes near side and gets a block at the 35. He'll stop, look back at the 30, and then get knocked down by Max Richardson. Cooper Kerbo there as well. Oh, but hold the phone, Chuck. Got a penalty flag. Is that a penalty flag or is that just
equipment?
It's just a towel back there at the 49. So it will still be Wilson ball at the 30. Thought for a moment we had a penalty back there. Robert Crawford tells us that they've gone to the half up at Watonga. And Hobart leads that 22-0.
Wow.
So the Bearcats looking to start the season with a victory on the road at Watonga. Next week's opponent for Mangum. We'll have that one on all kinds of radio stations and streaming just about everywhere. So 1st and 10 for Wilson and Burkhardt. They go to work at their 30-yard line of Mangum with the I formation. And he wants to throw again. Has some time. Williams thought he got held.
Oh!
By Diego Tellis. Great job by Diego as he read the eyes of the quarterback Burkhardt, stayed right with him, and stepped in and took the football away. So the third turnover of the night for Wilson, a couple of lost fumbles, and now an interception. And Mangum will have another chance with 1:26 left in the first half of play, leading 27-6. Tigers had their full complement of timeouts. Empty backfield now for Laughlin. 4 wide receivers split to the top. He'll look that way, throw, catch made by Richardson. Max gets a block. He'll take it across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. It'll be second down from there, 2nd down and 3. Mangum, see if they don't come with a little bit of a sense of urgency now. 1:05 left in the first half of play, and they are on top. They mark the ball at the 25. Wide receiver split here on the near side. There are 4 of them. Laughlin from the shotgun. He'll get pressure and he'll get tackled back at the 16-yard line. Coming off the edge and making the play on the blitz was Adams for Wilson. And Mangum will take a timeout on that play with 51 seconds left here in the first half of play. We'll keep it right here as the Tigers lead at 27-6 late in the first half. We mentioned on the road next week at Hobart, and then wrapping up the non-district portion 2 weeks from tonight here at the Liberty Bowl, and Watonga will be the opponent. And then the district season will begin at Apache. And Apache is always a tough place to go to broadcast from because the press box is less than desirable. You're looking into
a lot of times you end up outside.
You look into the west sun, and it's hotter than heck in there. But the thing that makes it worthwhile, and I love when I get there and I walk across the field and the Native Americans are on the field playing the drums.
I love that.
That is just one of the coolest settings in all of high school football.
It's like Riverside High School basketball.
Mangum going to keep the ball on the ground here and getting bulldogged down to the turf at the 27-yard line will be Max Richardson. Open field tackle there by
Did they
Rowdy
give him
Davis.
a first? Yep, they give him a first too.
He got it. Okay. And I really think that throw by Davis probably propelled Max far enough to get the first down. So 1st and 10.
Oh, he was right.
And they threw the ball before he got out of his break, and it was just a little bit off kilter. Zeke Rogers was open as he ran a pattern here on the near side and then cut it back to the sideline. But again, I'm not so sure the football didn't have something, or the wind had something to do with the delivery of that football. So 2nd down and 10 with 37 seconds left from the 28. Laughlin with time throws near side. Rogers will make that catch at the 40-yard line, and he'll fight to get out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 for Mangum. So that pitch and catch combination has been there for the most part tonight for Mangum. Laughlin to Rogers. In fact, they've got a touchdown pitch and catch on tonight. So they'll move the 6 at the 40-yard line. 30 seconds left in the first half of play. Laughlin, pump fake, going to go deep. Looks for Rogers, and he'll make the catch! Oh, what a catch by Zeke! He got hit as he made the catch by McKendrick, but he held on and takes it inside Wilson territory to the 27-yard line. Timeout taken by Mangum, but what a catch by Zeke Rogers. I don't know how many times last year we saw Rogers make similar catches. He has the ability. He's got big, strong hands. He has the ability to catch the back half of the football. And he did it there as he took contact and picked up the first down. That, by the way, is the final timeout of the first half for Mangum. But they have it deep inside Wilson territory at the 27. 23 seconds left in the half. Keep in mind, the Eagles will get the football to begin the third quarter of play. So a great pitch and catch on back-to-back plays from Laughlin to Rogers after they had a miscue the previous play. I know it's football season, football weather, but boy, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty with baseball as well. My Kansas City Royals battling for the final wild card spot in the American League. One of the teams they're chasing, the Texas Rangers, who I have surprised just about everybody, I believe. Bo Rogers now in the backfield with Remy. 1st and 10. They'll hand it off to Bo. He's going to roll. Wants to throw. Does. Corner of the end zone. Pass. Caught. Touchdown, Mangum. Oh, what a play. And what a catch. That's our man, Mad Max. No, I'm sorry. It's not Richardson. Give that touchdown catch to Mason Parker instead. I saw the 4 flash, but it was a 2, not a 1. So Mason Parker, a great catch on the flea flicker. And Mangum will score with 16 seconds left in the half. And they've extended it to 33-6. Derek on to try the extra point. Snap is good, hold is true, kick is up, and it is good. So with 16 seconds left in the first half of play, Mangum takes advantage of the Diego Tellis interception. And they go on a long drive with some clutch catches by Zeke Rogers, and then the flea flicker as Remy handed it off to Bo, who fired a strike in the right corner of the end zone. And the catch was made by Mason Parker. And Mangum leads 34-6. The first half that they certainly have dominated. And it just amazes me. I continue to look into the stands and seeing people with hoodies and blankets and some not just wearing jackets, but actually wearing coats.
They're from Southwest Oklahoma, Michael. They've never been up north.
Well, and it's one of those things that if it's February and it's 68 degrees, everybody walking around in flip-flops and shorts.
Yeah, you're right.
But in September, it's cold. I just hope this does not mean we are going to have a long, cold winter. Because I'm just not ready for that. No.
Your golf game is not ready for that at all, is it?
No, it is not. And I mean, the longer in tooth you get, the more that cold, wet really affects you. So Mangum to kick off one more time before the end of the first half of play with a big lead. End over end, fielded here on the near side at about the 20-yard line. Move at the 25, shake, bake 30, out to the 32-yard line on the return. And it's Isaiah Gibson. Good job getting downfield for Mangum. Talon Frazier, he got some help as well from Brant Settereth, and we've seen Brant a couple of times on special teams, turning in some nice plays for Sam Powers. So 11 seconds left in the first half of play, and if you're Mangum on the defensive end, it's just prevent. You keep everybody in front of you, and you go to the half with a big lead. See what Wilson decides to do. They have not met with much success when they try to throw the football. Had a fumble that was returned for 52 yards by Max Richardson for a touchdown. A moment ago, a pass that was picked off by Diego Tellis and resulted in that long drive by Mangum to give them their final score of the first half. And they will take an 8. Doesn't surprise me one bit. So Mangum will go to the half with the lead. The Tigers 34, the Eagles of Wilson 6. Halftime coming up. We invite you to sit and say 34-6. Mangum on top of Wilson at the intermission on Classic Hits 97.7.
At 333 Dental Care, we're all smiles for our hometown teams. We're proud to cheer on the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers this season. Go Tigers! Bring home the win!
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Hey, all you Tiger fans, it's game time. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We are thrilled and ready for live Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger action on the field and court this season. Let's pack the stands and cheer loud. Cattlemen's Bank is full of school spirit. Go Tigers!
Attention Mangum Tigers. Are you ready to show your Tiger pride? This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. At our bank, we are always geared up and ready to cheer the Tigers and Lady Tigers on to victory. You can count on us to wear the brightest orange and black. We'll see you at the games.
Did you know the freshest and most beautiful long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call at 580-782-2122 for fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts. Make that trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
At the half, Mangum on top, 34-6. As our halftime being brought to us by our good friends at Cattlemen's Bank. And Mangum started off the scoring. They took the opening drive 60 yards, added the extra point, and led 7-0, and have really dominated throughout the course of the evening. A little bit of a hiccup on that one drive where they allowed some extra yardage to Wilson and kind of aided them in that touchdown drive, but answered immediately after the interception by Diego Tellis, and out in front comfortably here at the intermission by a score of 34-6. As we mentioned, Cattlemen's Bank bringing our halftime to us. As you're watching at home, the cheerleaders performing at midfield here this evening for the Mangum Tigers. We'll be on the road next week, traveling to Hobart for a ball game against the Tigers. What have you got for me?
Updated score NFL. LA Chargers, 2 minutes left in the first half, leading 10-3 over the Chiefs.
All right. Candy Williams says, let's go Tigers. Debbie R. Anderson checking in, woohoo Tigers. And Brody Smith says, let's go Barnes, get them fired up. Brody, of course, our good buddy from over at Cash, graduated and playing some college basketball now. Brody, always good to have it alongside on a football Friday night. You look at this first half, and as we mentioned, Mangum just kind of dominated from the beginning. He's taking advantage of some miscues by Wilson as well. 3 turnovers in that first half of play. A couple of fumbles put on the ground by Burkhart. One of those returned, as we mentioned, for a touchdown. And then the pass interception in the final minute of the first half by Diego Tellis that led to a touchdown drive for Mangum. And again, they lead at 34-6. And you can't forget about the botched snap on the fumble attempt that was recovered by Mangum deep inside Wilson territory. So the Tigers have been able to get it done in all facets here this evening, running the football. We've seen that behind a new 0. It's kind of odd to see a different 0 out there for Mangum, but Curtis Henley doing a good job from the tailback position, wearing that number 0 for Mangum. And then the Tigers also getting it done through the air as Remington Laughlin has looked sharp throwing the football, especially to Zeke Rogers. And then the razzle, the dazzle at the end of the first half of play on the flea flicker that saw Bo Rogers throw a touchdown pass to Mason Parker. And again, Mangum leading it at the half by a score of 24-6. We'll step aside for a moment, come back, and continue our halftime. It's being brought to us by Cattleman's Bank, and we return to the Liberty Bowl after this. Mangum on top, 34-6. We're Classic Hits 97.7.
Hey, all you Tiger fans, it's game time. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattleman's Bank, member FDIC. We are thrilled and ready for live Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger action on the field and court this season. Let's pack the stands and cheer loud. Cattleman's Bank is full of school spirit. Go Tigers.
Attention Mangum Tigers. Are you ready to show your Tiger pride? This is Lori Laughlin from Cattleman's Bank, member FDIC. At our bank, we are always geared up and ready to cheer the Tigers and Lady Tigers on to victory. You can count on us to wear the brightest orange and black. We'll see you at the games.
Did you know the freshest and most beautiful long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call at 580-782-2122 for fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts. Make that trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
So one person that we've not heard from this evening, and he may be here in the stands, although I have not seen him, is our new grandpa friend, Michael Scott Augustine. And I tell you what, he is a proud grandpa, as he should be. And that grandchild of his is absolutely adorable. We've been lucky enough to see some pictures posted by Mom and Grandma and Grandpa Bo, all three. And what an adorable kiddo. And congratulations to the family on the birth of the grandchild. And I believe the first in the family, which, oh my goodness, the spoiling will never stop for that child. Just the chosen one indeed. Speaking of being spoiled, we certainly are spoiled here at the Liberty Bowl, and spoiled by the folks from Mangum who always take great care of us. And he talked about it during the pregame show when I talked to Sam Powers and talked about the fact that he's starting his 7th season here. And he said, I kind of looked up and suddenly I'm from Mangum. I mean, you kind of get that feel. And I say that because earlier, before we went on the air, we were blessed by the band with some gifts that you folks out there need to be aware of. Yeah. Starting next week, well, I shouldn't say next week, starting in week number 3, the next home game, if you bring outside drinks to the Liberty Bowl, they have to be in clear receptacles. Am I saying that? Receptacles?
Yeah, that's very good.
So they will be selling, the band will be selling these receptacles. I'm not saying it right now.
Receptacles.
Yeah, thank you. Wow. Oh, my goodness. No, my watch hasn't gone off to tell me it's bedtime yet, but it's getting close. Anyhow, you'll be able to buy these. They are $15 a piece. Great looking. They've got the Mangum Tiger logo on the front of them. Mm-hmm. We're told that they are double-walled, so there won't be a problem with sweating. And also, when you do bring those, you can get your ice for free at the band concession stand.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I believe just at the band concession stand, but that is available. And they have them, as we mentioned, with the Mangum Tiger logo on it. They also Cameron, they have those for
Friday Night
visiting
Lights.
fans.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that one you got there.
It's all in black and clear, and has half of it's football, half of it is a football player. It's just Friday Night Lights right down the middle. Looks really nice. Really
Pretty
nice.
cool. And they said that was going to be for visitors, but I mean, you could buy one
Mix
of
and
both if
match.
you're a Mangum fan.
Yeah.
They're nice. So we encourage you to make those purchases in 2 weeks here at the Liberty Bowl, because again, if you bring an outside drink, it has to be in something that is clear, and you might as well support the Mangum Tigers while you're doing that and get one of these great glassware items, if you will. Also, they will be selling the Mangum Tiger decals. And you know what? In all the years that I've done this, I've never been able to get one of these.
Yeah.
And so they brought me one tonight, and I will be happy to put that on my pickup truck. So we thank you for that. Those will sell for $5 a piece. And again, all of that, not only are you following the rules when you have the clear drinking receptacle, but also, did I say it right
You
that time?
did.
All right, very good. I had to try one more time. Not only will we be following the rules, but you're also helping out the band. They are fundraisers for the band. So $15 for the drinkware and $5 for the window sticker. Amy Ken Carter tells us that at the half, how about this? The Bulldogs, on their way to their second win of the year, they lead Oak City 36-0 at the half. Altus in front of Elk City. Bulldogs on their way to their second win in as many weeks. Also, good evening to our good friend Angela D. Shelton, who says, "Go Tigers." We're at the half. Mangum leads it 34-6. Our halftime being brought to us by Cattleman's Bank. We'll return to the Liberty Bowl after this. We're Classic Hits 97.7.
Attention Mangum Tigers. Are you ready to show your Tiger pride? This is Lori Laughlin from Cattleman's Bank, member FDIC. At our bank, we are always geared up and ready to cheer the Tigers and Lady Tigers on to victory. You can count on us to wear the brightest orange and black. We'll see you at the games.
Did you know the freshest and most beautiful long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call at 580-782-2122 for fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts. Make that trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Rod Calhoun support high school sports. Mickey and Rod offer insurance for property, auto, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're ready to serve you at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Call 580-782-3827.
At the half, Mangum in front of Wilson, 34-6. So our halftime brought to us by Cattleman's Bank, and we had the opportunity to razz him for quite some time, as others did as well, he being Mr. Jay Cross, who is the Mangum High School Teacher of the Week this week. I'm reading the bio that was found on Facebook. It says, and I quote, "Mr. Cross teaches biology and physical science here at MHS. Thank you for all that you do for our students at the school." And as I mentioned, I've known Jay a long time, and my first thing was week number one, and you're the teacher of I mean, I can see it late in the year when they run out of teachers, and there were a lot of fellas as they were coming into the facility here tonight that had the same sentiment that I did when it came to Jay. But Jay, good guy, we've known him for a long time. He's always fun, and he's always one to talk sports. I tell you what, sometimes I think I'm a sports fanatic. He puts me to shame. He was telling me that he had the opportunity to listen to the Sports Animal on the way to the Liberty Bowl tonight, and he was listening to the Barry Switzer show, and Kirk Herbstreit was on with a couple of his sons, and he said it was quite the entertaining conversation that Switzer and Herbstreit had. Game day on ESPN is at Norman tomorrow. And it will be without Lee Corso, who retired last week. And I watched from 8 o'clock until he made his final Buckeye pick. I watched the entire 3 hours, and then also the special that they had honoring Lee Corso and Not So Fast, my friend. And, it is amazing across generations, across ethnic groups, and across athletes and non-athletes that had so much respect and so much love for Corso. Unbelievable.
Yeah, the seat next to him at the celebrity pick was highly wanted.
Yeah. And that relationship that he and Herb Street had was amazing. But I think the one takeaway that I had from all of it was how he listened. What a great listener he was. And, folks that are really successful, I tip my cap to them that can be those good listeners. For our listeners, we can tell you it's 34-6 at the half. Mangum leading Wilson. Our halftime brought to us by Cattleman's Bank. Quick reminder before we go to break. Fifth quarter tonight is happening at Red River Cowboy Church Youth Building. It will be from after the game until 11 o'clock, all right? So that's for youth. 6th through 12th grade. 6th through 12th grade is the train horn sounds. And I don't know if for those that were here and then have left, or maybe they were in town and they heard the caravan come in. Oh, my goodness. It was loud and proud. Cameron and I, though, we enjoyed the parking or lack thereof by people.
Oh, yes.
We should get the camera and show the rows that really aren't rows out there in the parking lot. You would get a good chuckle out of that. 34-6 at the half. Mangum out in front. Second half coming up. We invite you to stick and stay. Our halftime's been brought to us by Cattleman's Bank, and the second half is on the way on Classic Hits 97.7.
Hey, all you Tiger fans, it's game time. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattleman's Bank, member FDIC. We are thrilled and ready for live Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger action on the field and court this season. Let's pack the stands and cheer loud. Cattleman's Bank is full of school spirit. Go Tigers.
Attention Mangum Tigers. Are you ready to show your Tiger pride? This is Lori Laughlin from Cattleman's Bank, member FDIC. At our bank, we are always geared up and ready to cheer the Tigers and Lady Tigers on to victory. You can count on us to wear the brightest orange and black. We'll see you at the games.
Did you know the freshest and most beautiful long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call at 580-782-2122 for fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts. Make that trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
So we got a word from Scott Augustine. He said, "Thank you for the kind words. Miss getting to work with you, but all comfy on the couch with the chosen one." And Grady says the TV is bright. And he sent me a picture of this young lad, and he has his arm over his eyes. Probably if he had extra appendages, he would put those appendages over his ears and say, not only is the light bright, but Barnes is loud. Tune him down. Tone him down. Scott, we look forward to seeing you down the road, buddy. And I know what that family means to you and how neat it is to be a grandpa. Although, means you're old. I'm just going to say that. We're going to talk more about this as it draws near, but I want to put this little reminder in your ear before we take one final break. The Journey of Hope is coming to Greer County. Mangum students will learn from a first-person speaker about how the community was impacted by the bombing back in 1995 on that terrible April 19th day, and how they found light in the 30 years since the attack. The program will focus on the theme, A Day of Darkness, Years of Light. Legislators representing Greer County have been invited to the event. It'll be honoring first responders from the Granite Police Department, Greer County Sheriff's Office, and the Mangum Police Department. Following the assembly, the Department of Ag and Oklahoma Forestry Services will plant a survivor tree sapling at the school. So we look forward to that, and I'm going to see if I can't clear my calendar that day. That is Tuesday, September 30th at 1 o'clock. And again, we'll talk more about it as it draws nearer. But mark your calendar, Tuesday, September 30th, 1 o'clock, Journey of Hope coming to Mangum High School. Second half coming up. It's been brought to us by this halftime. It's been brought to us by Cattleman's Bank. Second half is coming up. It's 34-6. Mangum leads at the intermission. More classic hits. 97.7.
At 333 Dental Care, we're all smiles for our hometown teams. We're proud to cheer on the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers this season. Go Tigers! Bring home the win.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Hey, all you Tiger fans, it's game time. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattleman's Bank, member FDIC. We are thrilled and ready for live Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger action on the field and court this season. Let's pack the stands and cheer loud. Cattleman's Bank is full of school spirit. Go Tigers!
As we get ready for the second half of play, I want to say hello to our longtime friend, Don Craig. Don says, hey, let's go Tigers. Don, hope you're doing well. And welcome to Football Friday Night, week number 1 here on Classic Hits 97.7. I was laughing. I got a Facebook note that was just a general post, but from my first love, and I readily admitted this, Natalie, my first love in high school back when we were both 16 at Truman High School. Anyhow, she is a huge Kansas City Chiefs fan, and she just posted, why do we keep number 74? He sucks. So apparently the Chiefs have not, since you gave me that scoring update a few minutes ago when they were trailing 10-3 down in Brazil to the LA Chargers, apparently things haven't gotten better.
Let's check that updated score.
All right. So Mangum set to kick it off here to begin the third period of play.
13-6 at the half.
Okay, so they got another field goal, but still trail the Chargers down there in Brazil. Here, Mangum in front, 34-6, and you would hope that the Tigers would be able to put it on cruise control in the second half of play. Kick it away here, Derek Hammond to do the honors.
Here we go.
End-over-end kick, and it'll be fielded at about the 14-yard line, out to the 20, 25, 30, getting a block at the 35, across the 40, and spinning his way to the 46-yard line will be the back, and that is Alex McKendrick. There's a penalty flag, though, back at the 27. I think we had a hold or a block in the back as McKendrick turned the corner there. So this one is going to come back. And, you know, it's one thing that Wilson has done well this evening is return kicks. But they have really cost themselves field position on 3 separate occasions when they committed penalties, and big penalties, on the kickoffs. So this one will go all the way back now to the 17-yard line. You had it in great field position across the 40, and now you're back in the 17. And again, this is not a quick strike football team, Wilson. I mean, they line up in the power I formation and usually split out one wide receiver. And so for them to make up a 34-6 deficit in 2 quarters could be a tall task. So Mangum set to get underway here in this second half of play. On the defensive side, deep handoff and good penetration, and submarining in to make the tackle will be Cooper Curbo. Gain of a yard on the play, maybe. It'll be second down and 9. And a little hitch in his giddy-up that time was a young man who carried the football for the Eagles, Bobby Adams. Took a shot right there on the knee. Say hi to our good friend Brian Lively. Brian lives up to his last name moniker. He always comes up with something clever. I don't know if he steals from others and then takes credit for it, or if that's plagiarism on his part, or he's that creative. I think he probably is. Second down and 9.5. They'll go to the run, and boy, a great penetration and a better job of breaking tackles across the 25 out to the 21-yard line. Braxton Mills. Mills got hit in the backfield, shook off that tackle, and was able to eke out a couple of yards. They'll give him the 21. It'll be third down from there. Third down and about 7. Mangum Tiger down below us, wearing jersey number 5. Terribly appropriate. I mentioned Natalie Mills and Truman High School back in the day. Yours truly was number 5 on the Patriot football team. Of course, Kansas City's most famous number 5 would be that former third baseman for the Royals, George Brett.
I heard of him.
Yeah. Third down and 7. From the I formation. And Burkhardt going to keep it himself, and he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. There are all kinds of white hats in the area. Leading the way for Mangum, Trey Williams getting off the bottom of that pile. Cooper Kerbo also in on the stop was Bo Rogers. It'll be fourth down now. Fourth down in about 6.5, and so Wilson will have to punt the football away. Curtis Henley will drop back in receiving formation for the Tigers, set about his own 50-yard line.
And this hasn't been an easy affair either.
No. Remember the last time that they tried to punt the football away, Isaiah Gibson had it sailed between his hands, really in a pretty similar spot of the field. He gave Mangum a short field for a touchdown. Band in full throat this evening. We always appreciate them. And a fake now. Wow, how about that by Wilson? Mangum not fooled, but pretty good job by the back, and he'll pick up the first down. How about that? Alex McKendrick was hemmed in behind the line of scrimmage and was able to work his way back through traffic, and he picks up the first down. Wow. A bold play there by Wilson's Brent Daniel, and it results in a first down. And again, Mangum had it stopped. They simply could not make the tackle in the backfield.
The second effort by the backs has been impressive for Wilson tonight.
They run extremely hard. They do. Alex McKendrick, one of those that does that. Braxton Miles, early on, we saw Luke Gray do it, and now we haven't seen Gray in quite some time. Again, Cole Hedgewood just splits out here all by himself. I remember Hedgewood caught that big pass play on third down and forever to keep that touchdown drive alive in that first half for Wilson. 8:40 left here in the third quarter of play. Mangum 34-6, trying to get the football back. Sims on the handoff, little shake and bake, breaks a tackle at the 30, spins out to the 35, pushes the pile to the 37-yard line. And Mills, I tell you what, Braxton runs hard. Coach told us he did. They'll mark him at the 36. And still a positive gain of 8 on the play. Second and a pair. 8:10 left in the third quarter. Well, if you're Mangum 34-6, I mean, you're happy that they're running the football and taking lots of time off the clock in the process. What has turned out to be a blustery Friday night in September. Inside handoff to Gray. Gray across the 35 to the 36, maybe the 37. If he made the 37, they'll give him a yard gain. Bo Rogers in on the stop. Got some help as well from Aiden Augustine. Coming off the field of play is Shane Lee, who helped out on the stop. Maybe a half yard on the play. So third down now, third and about 2. And again, Wilson has shown this is 4-down territory. 7:15 left in the third. They have had the football the entire quarter. And they are not in any hurry. Cooper Burkhardt now gets underneath center. He'll hand it off. Good job by Mills to break a couple of tackles. And Mills across the 38 to the 39, which will give him the first down. They will move the sticks, and the drive continues for Wilson at the 6:57 mark. It's a good sportsmanship there as Talon Frazier has jersey had come over his shoulder pads. And I talked earlier in the ball game about Dylan Tuttle. And Dylan, one of those big enough to match up with Aiden Augustine. And apparently there was a penalty on the play. And it was a big one.
Yeah.
15-yarder marked off against Mangum. Personal foul. And so the first down is picked up and taken all the way out to the 50-yard line. And again, got to be careful here. You don't want to get yourself in a situation where you get tossed out of a ball game. So they'll move the sticks. 1st and 10 at the 50. 6:50 left here in the third quarter. And continuing on the drive, Wilson. But again, no urgency for Cooper Burkhart and the guys in white. Burkhart underneath center. And movement, yeah. Burkhart coming out underneath center a little bit too quick that time. So 5 yards going to be marked off now against Wilson. The Whitehead explaining to him what he did on that play, he being Burkhart. So it'll be 1st and 15 now as they'll move it back. A couple of big ball games coming up next week for the Mangum Lady Tigers softball squad as they will be on the road for district affairs. They've got 2 against Frederick, and they will take on Merritt at Merritt. And conventional wisdom would tell you that they would sweep Frederick, and they've got to sweep for those 10 runs in each of those ball games, and then
a little payback on their mind.
Try to knock off Merritt and win the district so that they can host a regional coming up later this season. Great job there by Jackson Brooks. Second time that Brooks has made a tackle in the backfield here tonight on running back Braxton Mills. And he did a good job that time again, and he did it before, of going down low and getting Mills' feet together and taking him down. So a loss on the play. Second down now, and ball back at the 43-yard line. Line to make for a first down, the 40 of Mangum. Ball's on the 43 of Wilson. Second and about 17. Burkhart and company again, rather laconic, getting to the line of scrimmage. 5:45 and running in the third quarter of play. Burkhart, runner keeper, and the bootleg will garner him about 5 yards. And now another late penalty flag will fly as that one extended way too long.
Another one now over here.
And again, I talked about it earlier. You've got to be careful. You're kind of at a point in the game where it's getting a little bit chippy. It's the first game of the year for Mangum, second one for Wilson. It looks like Mangum's going to win it. And you lose your focus a little bit. So we'll see how they mark this one off. I know that there is a personal foul against Mangum on the tackle out of bounds, and I think they're going to get one against Wilson as well at the end of that play.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Wilson.
Yeah. Personal foul against the Tigers. Unsportsmanlike against Wilson. They will offset, and the ball will rest at the 47-yard line of Mangum. So that'll bring up a third down now.
About 7, 8.
Yeah. Ball setting right at the 47. Line to make is the 40.
That would mean 7.
That Truman High School education that I have is really paying off.
Your deductive reasoning is impressing me this evening, Mr. Barnes.
Clock stopped at 5:35 here of quarter number 3 because Burkhart ran out of bounds and then got tackled out of bounds. Not really. And what the discussion may be, they're talking about who the personal foul penalty was called on and who the unsportsmanlike was called on. If you get 2 unsportsmanlike conduct, you're tossed. So what they will do is they will not offset the penalties. They will mark off the 15 yards against Mangum at the end of the play and then turn around and walk back the 15 the other way.
It's a first down.
And all the reason they did this is that because of the personal foul penalty.
Automatic first down.
Yes.
Yeah.
The unsportsmanlike was a dead ball. Sam Powers is asking for an explanation. And he can't, now the white hat hears him. But I believe that's how the conversation will go, is that the penalty, the personal foul against Mangum at the end of the play would be tacked on and give this group from Wilson the first down, and then the unsportsmanlike conduct happened. It was a dead ball. They signaled dead ball on it. So you give them the first down. Essentially, the penalty's offset because it's 15 one way and 15 back the other way. And now that they have it sorted out, it will be 1st and 10 for Wilson from the 47. 5:35 left here in quarter number 3. A quarter that has seen the Eagles have the football the entire time. And again, Hedgewood out here with Diego Tellis. You talk about a couple of guys on an island. I mean, there's nobody within a zip code of either one of them. Burkhart underneath center. He'll hand it off quickly to Gray. Gray skips across the 45 down to the 40 and now the 38-yard line. As Gray will pick up 9, it'll be 2nd down and 1. He has not had many carries tonight, but Luke Gray has been impressive when he has had the football in his hands. Sam Powers continues to shuffle in and out defensive linemen to keep them fresh.
I think they're going to...
Well, I was going to say, apparently Gray close enough that they're going to measure. So they're going to stretch the chains and check to see if Gray picked up enough yardage for the first down at the 5:13 mark. So this ball game had been sailing along, singing a song, and it is
not so fast, my friend.
Very good. It is kind of grinded to a halt here at the 5:10 mark.
About to have to turn that light on.
Give me a chance to check in on the scores. They stretch the chains, and it is a first down. As you told us earlier, Chargers lead the Chiefs 13-6 at the intermission. It's in the National Football League. And my Royals at home tonight against the Twins. They lead Minnesota 2-1 in the 8th. So here we go, 1st and 10 now for Wilson. Trailing 34-6. And Burkhart going to hand it off to Gray, and Gray picks up the first down. I'm sorry, they did pick up the first down. He'll pick up 4 on the carry. Curbo on the stop. That'll be 2nd down and 6. 4:40 left here in the 3rd. I don't know if you're Sam Powers, you may be okay with him having the football the entire 3rd period of play, test your defense, and shorten this game.
Yeah, like that'll make the game go much quicker if they were to keep it on the ground like they are.
They've not had much success in the air. It's been kind of disastrous when they put the ball in the air, so doing a good job of keeping it on the ground. Burkhart hands it off to Miles, and Miles in the secondary breaking tackles. And still on his feet, he's at the 10, the 5, and into the end zone for the touchdown. So Miles runs it from 34 yards out and scores the touchdown. And they'll make it 34-12 with the 2-point conversion on the way. And they'll go back and look at that film, and I'm not going to call out any numbers because they'll do it in film session, but there were at least 2 tacklers and maybe 3 that thought that they were going to block down Miles on that run, or Mills on that run, and not going to happen. That kid's too big and too strong. He runs too hard. So the touchdown from 34 makes it 34-12. 3:55 left in the 3rd quarter of play. You got to wrap up and tackle those backs from Wilson. They run hard. And they will go for 2. No surprise there. Burkhart hands it off to Mills. And Miles will not get into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. One of the players for Mangum lost their hat on the play. That was Williams, who made the tackle. So 3:55 left in the 3rd. Wilson will score. They still trail 34-12. We're Classic Hits 97.7.
Attention Mangum Tigers. Are you ready to show your Tiger pride? This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. At our bank, we are always geared up and ready to cheer the Tigers and Lady Tigers on to victory. You can count on us to wear the brightest orange and black. We'll see you at the games.
Did you know the freshest and most beautiful long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call at 580-782-2122 for fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts. Make that trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Rod Calhoun support high school sports. Mickey and Rod offer insurance for property, auto, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're ready to serve you at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Call 580-782-3827.
3:55 left in the third quarter of play. Mangum will touch the football for the first time in the second half as Wilson kicks it away. And up top, that is Curtis Henley. And here on the near side for the Tigers, I can't get him to turn to see his number. 3:55 left of the third quarter of play. I wouldn't think that Wilson would onside, but I mean, you never know.
Bring Castile.
Castile will high end over end kick, fielded by Henley on the run. Henley tries to turn the corner, got the 35 and out to about the 39-yard line. See if they give him the 40, and they will. It'll be 1st and 10 for Mangum from there, leading 34-12. We mentioned Jenny Stidham's softball squad, and they play on Monday at Merritt. A ball game at 5:30, and then Tuesday they'll be at Frederick for a doubleheader. And that will end, shockingly enough, the district portion of the schedule.
Wow.
1st and 10 now. Mangum goes to work offensively from the pistol formation. Been a long time since we have seen them on offense. As Remy from the pistol hands it off to tailback Cray Manny. Manny will take it across the 40 out to about the 45, 46-yard line. A gain of 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Mangum going to go hurry up here with that big lead. Again, Manny on the carry, huge hole. 1st down across the 50 to the 49-yard line of Wilson. Cray a little bit upset. He thought he was getting ready to take one to the house and got dragged down from behind just as he crossed the midfield stripe. But he did pick up the, well, are they going to do? Yeah, I was going to say, didn't get a real favorable spot, but it was enough for a 1st down. So 1st and 10 at the midfield stripe. Again, a high snap. Manny will take it, and he looks for contact there as he takes it inside the 50, down to about the 47-yard line. Braxton Miles and him getting hooked up in a collision. Wow.
Yeah, he initiated that.
Yeah. He wasn't shying away from it. White hat lost his hat. It's breezy down there on the bottom of the Liberty Bowl. 2nd down and 7. Laughlin hands it off. This time it's to Henley, and Austin will take it, or Curtis rather. Curtis will take it inside the 45 down to the 41-yard line. And they'll bring up a 3rd down in about a yard. And again, Mangum going hurry up. And Henley, does he get to 1st down territory? Depends on the spot. I think he got it. He was dragged down from behind by the big-bodied Gabe Hacker. But I think he's got the 1st down.
Yeah. Just signaled it.
So they move the 6 to the 225 mark. Mangum trying to add to that 34-12 lead. The first time they've touched the ball here in the second half. Again, keep it on the ground, and face mask going to be called.
Yep.
Curtis Henley.
No helmet.
Yeah, he had his helmet taken off as well. So Henley will have to set a play. And see if Cray Manny comes back in for him, or we'll get a different tailback. And they'll get a different tailback for the Tigers.
Personal foul, second Massachusetts. Wilson.
So they'll mark off the personal foul from the 38, take it down to about the 23. Or no. Take it to the 26. So they marked it off from the 41-yard line. No, they didn't. I'm confusing myself now. Let me go back to say receptacle. First and 10, Mangum has it at the 24. They'll throw it out in the flat. Pass caught by Mad Max. He'll break a tackle down the far sideline. Richardson to the end zone. He'll score. Mad Max Richardson from 25 yards away. Had one man to beat, went down the far sideline and scored. So Mangum will answer the touchdown here in the third quarter by Wilson with one of their own and make it a 40-12 ball game with a minute 52 left here in period number 3. And while Wilson slugged it out that entire third quarter on their long touchdown drive that ended at the 3:55 mark, Mangum scores in 2 minutes. 2:03 to be exact. During Hammond in to try the extra point. Mad Max with the hold. Kick is a line drive, and it is good. So the minute 52 left here in the third. Mangum back out in front. 41-12 over Wilson. 41-12, 1:52 left in the third. It's Mangum in front on Classic Hits 97.7.
Hello, Lone Wolf and Hobart.
Granite Drug Company is now delivering to Hobart, Lone Wolf, Granite, and Mangum. Granite Drug Company is a complete pharmacy ready to fill and deliver your prescriptions. And it's easy to get switched. Just call 580-535-2130 or visit our store at 316 North Main in Granite. Granite Drug Company has an ice cream fountain open all day and lunches from 11 to 2. Health and beauty products and selection of gifts. Granite Drug Company is here for you.
Hi, Mangum Tiger fans. This is Jill Grauman with RE/MAX Property Place. If you need to buy or sell a property or a home in Mangum or anywhere in Greer County, just call me at 580-706-0259. You'll see lots of my signs around town because I get the results for my clients. I say, go Mangum Tigers.
Jill Grauman, RE/MAX Property Place. Always here, always helping.
Answers very quickly. Touchdown drive by this group from Wilson. Yeah, they make it a 41-12 ball game. And one missed extra point. That is it. They have been dynamite throughout the course of the evening. Derek Hammond set to kick away. And Mangum has struggled covering the ball on kicks. Near side, ball caught. And it's Isaiah Gibson. Gibson goes far side, gets a block, turns the corner, 25-30, 35-40, still on his feet, and finally knocked down at the 48-yard line as Gibson went all the way across the field on that return. And it looks like we've got an injured Tiger across the way. So Mangum struggling tonight on the kickoff return play. And it has cost Wilson more than once penalties, but no penalty here, and so they will have great field position as the injured player for Mangum, Trenton Wilson, coming off the field and having a hard time with that left leg and getting some assistance. So a minute 39 left here in the third. Wilson will take over for the second time here in this second half of play. And a reminder for you, coming up next Friday night, going to be on the road in Hobart. Cameron Dole never knows where he's going to be doing Mangum coverage or Hobart coverage, so it doesn't matter. Next week, you'll be there one way or the other for one of the squads. And you'll have your Friday night lights receptacle.
Yes, I will. Easy for you to say.
Speaking of Hobart, they are going to the fourth quarter at Watonga, and the Bearcats in front of the Eagles, 28-0. 28-0. Hobart in front of Watonga as they go to period number 4. Do they still have the cheese festival in Watauga?
I didn't know they did in the first place. So.
Oh, yeah, they used to. It was a big deal. And I think maybe it got victimized by COVID-19 like so many other things did.
Right.
Watauga, 8 miles north, is Romano State Park. And if you want to test your golf skills, go play that course.
Don't have any of the skills to be tested. So.
And if you're no better a golfer than yours truly and my buddies that play on Sundays, make sure that your bag is full of golf balls because you're going to need them. That is a most difficult course. It can humble you in a hurry. Got some holes, I admit, you can quote-unquote conquer them relatively easy. And then there's others that are kind of like, really? You're going to do this to me? So 1st and 10, here goes Wilson. Minute 39 left in the third, trailing 41-12. Burkhardt hands the ball off to Gray, and Gray got hit immediately. Good job that time. Bo Rogers in on the stop. Cooper Kerbo as well. And also getting off the pile, Curtis Henley. Gain of 1 inside Mangum territory to the 49. It'll be 2nd down and 9 from there. See our good friend Mitch McLaughlin down below and holding court with his wife. And Mitch told me that while we were sweating at the Tiger Bash last night, that we would be needing hoodies. And he's got long sleeves on and hands in pocket. Mills now on the stutter step. And well, I tell you what, Miles is still on his feet and finally going to be knocked down at the 47. That was an old Barry Sanders run there. He went about 15 yards to pick up 2. That'll be 3rd down and 6.5 or 7. As Jackson Brooks in on the stop that time for Mangum. And got some help as well from J.J. Kendall. Haven't talked about J.J. enough tonight. He's really done a good job on both sides of the football this evening for the Tigers. Kendall playing in the middle on that defensive side. He really has clogged things up. He given an opportunity to his teammates to make tackles, and the teammates have kind of let him down at times, but Kendall, yeoman work in the middle of the field on the defensive side. Burkhardt going to roll out. He gets chased. Now comes back here on the near side, still on his feet. Mangum chasing. Burkhardt going to fire across his body. It passes caught at the 35-yard line and banging his way down to about the 30. Will be the tight end, Matt Bone. And we could hear the coaching staff upstairs.
Some laundry.
Yeah, wanting to know where penalty flags were, and they were finally thrown at the end of the play, but they felt like back here near the midfield stripe that maybe a hold was taking place on not one but 2 of the defenders for Mangum. I love the effort of Talon Frazier. Frazier, 6'2", 205.
Frazier.
And a senior. And, boy, I tell you what, he was giving chase. And he was one of those that got his shirt tugged off a little bit.
Was that ineligible receiver? That's what that was.
Okay. And a lot of times that'll happen when you've got that much time. And those big uglies up front think they got a block down field. And I'm not so sure that the guy who caught the football was supposed to be downfield, to be honest with you.
Is that the end of the quarter?
And that did finally bring quarter number 3 to a close. Mangum leads at 41-12. Final 12 coming up. Stick and Say. Classic Hits 97.7.
All the employees at Great Plains Bank Mangum are excited for the school year. We look forward to seeing everyone come out and get that Tiger spirit and support the young men and women of Mangum as they try and bring home the gold ball. You will see us at the game and hear us on the radio and internet. Come see Great Plains Bank Mangum for your banking needs on the corner in downtown Mangum. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, we only thought it was the end of the third quarter of play. They have brought the participants back onto the field, and apparently we're going to have an untimed down.
We haven't had enough of those.
No. Talking about softball team, the two Smiths kids down below us. The twins, numbers 3 and 4. Fun kids. Burkhardt, flush from the pocket, avoids the rush. Now wants to throw, does fire. Man open, ball short, incomplete. And he was dangerously close to the line of scrimmage. And the official said that was an untimed down there. Stadium clock operator, you got to put 12 minutes back on the board. So we have played 3 now officially after that untimed down. Mangum comfortably in front, 41-12. Final 12 coming up second say. Classic Hits 97.7.
Greer Funeral Home proudly supports the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. We're wishing our team strength, teamwork, and success all season long. Serving Greer County since 1923. Phone 480-2111.
Ashley Slayton and Catherine Webb, certified family nurse practitioners, and the rest of the friendly faces at the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum treat all ages, children through adults. This means we are all yours for well child exams, annual checkups, as well as those illnesses that can hit us. We also do management of chronic illnesses like asthma, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Same-day appointments are usually available. At the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum, call 782-3393 for appointments.
The law offices of Corey Kendall proudly support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. We're behind you all the way. Go Tigers! Corey Kendall, attorney at law, 122 North Oklahoma Avenue in Mangum.
Here we go. Quarter number 4. Some confusion there. The end of the third period of play. It's the beginning of the year for everybody, including the officials and the clock operator. So it will be 4th down and long for this group from Wilson. They're going to punt the football away. High wobbly kick and fielded at the 10-yard line by Henley. Curtis trying to break a tackle, does. Still on his feet, gets a block, got the 15. Turns the corner and has the 20. 25, bangs into a defender, and he'll get knocked down to the 29. And I love Curtis Henley bringing the action to the defender. And that wasn't looking like he took on somebody that didn't have rocks in their pockets. I mean, Gabe Hacker, he fills out his uniform. I love it. Henley saying, look, if I'm going to wear 0, I got to run like 0 did last couple of years for us. So Curtis on a nice return. Marked down to the 29 of Mangum. It'll be 1st and 10 there from the Tigers. They had the football in their possession one time in period number 3, and they scored. 2 wide receivers here on the near side from the pistol formation. Hands it off and across to the 30 and out to the 32-yard line, maybe the 33. And that was Cray Manny on the carry. Manny, well, they'll give him a great spot. They'll give him the 34. So a gain of 5 on the play, 2nd down and 5. Robert Crawford tells us that Hobart has thrown the shutout at Watonga, 36-0 the final score. So Hobart and Watonga, the 2 teams that we will see in the next 2 weeks. They wind the clock now, 11:25 left here in the ball game. Mangum, handoff, Manny across the 35, 40, and spilled at about the 41-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Cray Manny. And Manny he's just one of those guys that he runs straight up and down, and he's going to come at you. So they gave him, a generous spot at the 43. 1st down. Manny in the pistol formation. High snap. He'll get the handoff from Laughlin. Manny down the far side. He'll get to the 50-yard line and get tackled on a horse collar there. And Cray, a little chippy coming out of that, and I don't blame him. Horse collar going to add 15 at the end of that play. They marked him out of bounds right at the midfield stripe. Cray going to come off the field now, and he will be replaced by Mason Mitchell. Horse collar against Mangum. That's going to move the ball. So the Tigers pick up the first down on the horse collar and get great field position inside Wilson territory all the way down to the 36. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. Boy, I tell you what, the breeze has not settled all evening long. Had to hold it up a window. Laughlin wants to throw, looks deep, got a man wide open. Touchdown! Zeke Rogers! Rogers, middle of the field, and he had to wait on the football, but he was able to adjust and make the catch. 37 yards over the top. Laughlin to Rogers, and with 10:56 left in the ball game, Mangum now leads it 47-12. One of those things where Sam Powers throwing the jab, running, and then boom! Here comes the thundering hook over the top for the touchdown. Extra point on the way, and the kick is blocked. No good. So with 10:56 left in the ball game, Mangum leads it 47-12. You're listening to Classic Hits 97.7.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Mangum Regional Medical Center proudly supports the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. Here's to a healthy, winning season and a community that stands together. If you need us, find us at mangumregional.net.
Hey, come on by the Mangum Tag Agency at 108 East Pierce in Mangum for all your vehicle tag and registration needs. Driver's license, ID renewals, including CDL or Add Real ID. We now offer initial issuance and out-of-state driver's license and ID transfers. And we issue Pike Pass. For fast, friendly customer service, come see Tom, Cynthia, or Adam. We're here for you. Check us out online at mangumtag.com. For tag renewals and more information, phone 580-782-3004. The Mangum Tag Agency says, go Tigers.
Mangum on top, 47-12, 10:56 left in this one. And I was going through my notes during that timeout, making sure that all the things that I'd done research-wise this past week that I had gotten in during the broadcast, and I realized a glaring error on my part. I had failed up until right now to wish the lovely, the talented, our longtime friend, and somebody that we just love and adore, Katie Bowen Carney, a happy birthday.
How did you wait so long?
I know. It should have been at the top of my research list, and I apologize for that. But nonetheless, Katie, happy birthday, and I know Richard and the girls taking good care of you. But golly, it's and I know that Richard and Katie feel this. When you look at Maddie, she is no longer the little kid that we all grew up with. I mean, she's a young woman, and she's the next great Carney athlete in the making.
But
it is stunning for me to see her.
It's a mold.
Yeah, well, it is. But I mean, Maddie is just, she was always that little kid, that was always at the basketball games, and you just, you loved her for her enthusiasm and her excitement. I don't know how many times I watched her go through the stands and grift money from people. I mean, that young lady at the age of 5 was making money hand over fist going through the stands. Mangum to kick it away here on the near side. Everyone's going to scoot out of bounds. And apparently, I gave you that score 36-0 earlier, Hobart and Watonga. Actually, it wasn't over yet, Robert Crawford tells me. Hobart, though, still in front. Watonga has scored. It's 36-7. Hobart in front of Watonga in the 4th period of play. And by the way, speaking of Katie and Richard, they are back here in Greer County, over there at Granite now.
Yes.
So, where it all started for them. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Wilson. They'll get the ball where it went out of bounds, which is the 43-yard line. Well, I cannot believe that we have not gotten any rain at all. I mean, I can smell the moisture in the air.
You can feel it, too. That's for sure.
Anything but a typical September 5th night in southwest Oklahoma. So 1st and 10, Wilson, who ate up most of the 3rd quarter, when they got the opening kickoff. We'll get the football here in the fourth, trailing big time. Deep handoff to Noah Gray, and Gray will take it across, or Luke Gray will take it across the 45 to the 46. Give him 3 on the play. It'll bring up a second down at 7. And again, college football coming up tomorrow along the network, or the Fox Radio Network. Oklahoma State and Oregon. Airtime 1, kick at about 2:30. Autzen Stadium, is that what they call that out there in Oregon? Home of the Ducks? I believe it is. And then after that, it will be Michigan and Oklahoma under the lights at the Palace on the Prairie down in Norman. Game that will kick at about 6:40 tomorrow night. Michigan, I guess the last time they played, 1976, and OU won that ball game 14-6 and won the national championship. First down carry here on the run and hard running for Hunter Brooks. Brooks across the midfield stripe into Mangum territory, and they will finally mark him down at about the 40. Well, they'll mark him at the 45. It'll be first down from there. So again, it's a lopsided score, 47-12. But all credit to the running backs from Wilson, because they run hard, they run behind their pads, and they run downhill. You got a couple of fresh bodies in there. Burkhart still underneath center. First and 10 for the 45 of Mangum. Blitz there by Bo Rogers, and a great job by Rogers. How about that? Rogers knew it was coming, and he and Shane Lee in on the stop. Maybe a half yard on the play. Second down and 9.5.
Yeah, our compadres next door were really excited about the read defensively there.
Yeah. That's film study there on Bo's part. No question about it. You don't learn that on Friday night. You learn that earlier in the week in film study, and you get the tendencies for the plays and how the opposition lines up, and Bo read that one perfectly. So second down, we'll give it 9.5 for Burkhart and company. And again, they're not in any kind of hurry. Again, Rogers on the blitz. Burkhart going to roll out, wants to throw the football, being chased, and his pass will go out of bounds, incomplete. It'll be third down and 9.5. Shane Lee giving chase, and also Trey Williams out there. A couple of big old bodies. And I'm telling you what, Burkhart, not a big kid. And I can guarantee you, his eyes were as big as saucers with those two guys rumbling after him. He's like, I'm going to get rid of this thing. I'm not taking anybody on this time. It's kind of fun now for a guy like Bo Rogers. I mean, you know, you're kind of like playing backyard football now. 8:40 left in the ball game. You lead 47-12, and you can anticipate and guess on just about every play. Cooper Kerbo now back in the linebacker position. And how about that? On cue, Cooper steps in and makes a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Boy, Cooper really that time, he read it well. As that was Bobby Adams on the carry. And Adams maybe got a half yard. It'll be fourth down. We'll call it 8. Ball setting at the 43-yard line. The line of 8 to 35. Quickly off the bench for Mangum, J.J. Kendall going to get back in there. Clock running, 8 minutes left of the ball game. Are they going to punt? Well, they have now dropped back into punt formation. A little bit surprised there, but Isaiah Gibson, high snap. Gibson gets it away. I don't know how, as Jackson Brooks was there, and it just went through his hands. The ball going to be, I think, into the end zone. Yeah, the back who got down there for Wilson let the ball take an extra roll, and by the time Hunter Brooks got on the football, it was on the goal line. Wow. So Mangum will get it first and 10 at the 20, and in a 47-12 ball game with 7:42 remaining, it's kind of a moot point, but if this thing had been tighter, Michelle Rogers-Huckabee says they're in the fourth quarter up at Elk City, and Altus leads the Big Oaks 43-6. First and 10 here for Mangum. Connie Rogers-Hewlick says go Tigers. They lead 47-12. Well, I guess it wouldn't be too bad to hang half 100 here if you're Mangum, right? They'll keep the football on the ground and churning out across the 25 to about the 26 for the Tigers will be Cooper Kerbo. And Cooper's like, hey, I'm not down yet. Come on, man. Let me keep running. Cooper right out of his shoe and his sock. He got rid of the sock, going to put the shoe back on. Oh, to be a teenage boy again. Did he get the shoe on? I guess he did.
Tuck the sock in his pants.
Well, of course. Second down and 3. And inside handoff here across the 30 out to the 34-35-yard line. We'll go Tilmac, Austin Ellis, or Curtis Henley. Where am I coming up with these names? I was making people up. Henley on the carry. Curtis will pick up the first down for Mangum. They'll move the sticks at the 6:55 mark. And again, Mangum in that hurry-up offense. Some movement here on the near side. Got away with it. Another carry for Henley. Curtis out to the 40. Well, I tell you what, he just takes on tacklers and then falls forward. Henley that time picked up 5. It'll be second down and 5 for Mangum. One last push for them on the offensive side with 6:30 remaining. Going with a full house backfield. And from the shotgun, Remy Laughlin. Wouldn't think that they would go over the top at this point. Laughlin going to hand it off, and Cooper Kerbo bangs his way out to the 45-yard line. That'll be close to a first down.
Yep.
And again, Cooper showing good strength and good feet as well. I mean, a little pitter-patter there, some patience to let the hole open up in front, and then bangs into the defender and gets the first down to the 45. First and 10, they move the 6, clock winding. Midway point, quarter number 4. Mangum 47-12. Long snap count, Cooper on the carry. Kerbo looking for a block. He'll take it to the 47 and then get it shoved back. Talon Frazier trying to lead him through the hole. A gain of 2 on the play. Second down and 8. And now a fresh set of bodies coming in there for Mangum. How about that? So Sam Powers has made up his mind. I'm going to let these kids run this number of plays, and then I'm going to give everybody else a chance. And some confusion, and timeout going to be taken by Mangum as they did not have the right personnel. 5:25 remaining. Mangum in command, 47-12. Classic Hits, 97.7.
Sovereign Bank is your bank of choice. Sovereign Bank is a proud supporter of the Mangum Tiger Athletics. Supporting our schools and athletic programs is a top priority. Hear us roar, go Tigers. We're cheering you on all season long. Sovereign Bank, empowering our youth with the freedom to dream. Sovereign Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
So we got some fresh folks in there now on the offensive side for Mangum. They've got it second down, high snap, but a good job of going up and getting the snap is Clayton Caskey as he handed the football off to tailback Mason Mitchell. Mitchell will pick up about 4 on the play. Going to be third down, ball at the 46-yard line. Oklahoma City Thunder getting some bad news. Thomas Sorber, their number 1 draft pick out of Georgetown, tore his knee yesterday and is out for the coming season. Oh, speaking of out, down the far sideline, here goes Mitchell. Mason, down the far sideline. Nobody going to catch him. He gone. Touchdown, Mason Mitchell. Boy, Mitchell got a seam there on the far side and exploded. And nobody was going to catch him from behind. And Mangum has hung half 100 here as they score again and lead it 53-12 with the extra point on the way. Great job by Mason that time. And he showed his speed. I mean, we know that Mason can run, and he showed it right there. extra point on the way for Derek. Mad Max into hold. Snap is good. Hold is true. Kick is on its way, and it is up, and it is good. So with 4:51 remaining, Mangum 53, Wilson 12. This is Classic Hits 97.7.
TCLC is a family-owned 5-star daycare center that has been caring for children for over 45 years. The owners of Tiger Cub are proud to serve the Mangum area and support the Mangum Lady Tigers and Tigers on the radio and streaming. Tiger Cub Learning Center says,
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
At 333 Dental Care, we're all smiles for our hometown teams. We're proud to cheer on the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers this season. Go Tigers! Bring home the win.
All right, Mangum on top. 4:51 left of the ball game. They lead at 54-12. We go down to Brazil, and with the fourth quarter now getting underway, it is LA in front of Kansas City, 20-12. Chargers in front of the Chiefs, 20-12. They go to the fourth quarter down in Brazil. That is the National Football League. By the way, some great games coming up on Sunday. I mean, I'm going to have to get the NFL Sunday ticket so I can watch Lions and Packers. Oh, how about that for a Week 1 matchup? Texans and Rams should be a good one. The Sunday Nighter, the Ravens and the Bills.
How about that?
Lamar Jackson, that guy from Buffalo that people in Kansas City can't stand.
Yeah, right.
They don't like Josh Allen at all. I tell you, a team that might be pretty good is the Denver Broncos. They open against the Titans on Sunday, and Denver could be pretty good. Kickoff going to sail out of bounds again, so it'll be a short field for this group from Wilson. 54-12, next week's opponent. Hobart has beaten Watauga, who we'll see in week number 3. 36-7 was the final score. 36-7, your final score. Robert Crawford, thank you for that. Debbie Davis, loving the effort of Cooper Curbo. Cooper, just a fun kid. He's just one of those kids that you just smile when you're around him. So we got a discussion going on. Are they trying to figure out where the ball went out of bounds?
No, because they're on the opposite. They're on the wrong side of the field to be talking about that.
I'm not sure what's going on here, and a little frustration, I think, from the Mangum side because, it's a 54-12 ball game. Oh, my good friend Alyssa Chandler, she is really excited about Mason Mitchell's long touchdown run a moment ago. And Mason got that handoff, turned the corner, and there wasn't anybody there. And he was, as Brad Nessler used to say on the SEC on Saturday afternoons, he gone. And he was. So they've sorted it out. It'll be first and 10 at the 35-yard line. And I'm laughing because I was watching the white hat. They threw him the football to mark it, and the wind caught it and blew it away from him. And he was like, okay. Debbie Davis pointing out something that I had kind of forgotten about. The Oklahoman, they do football picks on Thursdays of all the high school games across the state. How they come up with their numbers, I don't know. But they had Wilson winning big over Mangum tonight.
Wow.
And as Debbie said, I'll say the Oklahoman had their prediction backwards. Yeah, I guess so, Debbie. Handoff on the far side for Wilson, and they're going to get a touchdown out of that play as Hunter Brooks broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage, turned the corner, and he will score. Hunter Brooks. And again, I'm going to give credit to the kids from Wilson and their running backs. Hey, good-looking group. He goes 65 yards, essentially untouched. And with 4:39 remaining, 54-18 is your score. Now, I will say this. And Cameron, I'm sure And looking at the picture on the screen, folks can see this. There are a lot more kids in black jerseys than you look across the way in white jerseys. And what that means is, while the second and third level players are in there for Mangum, there's a lot of first level players still out on the field for Wilson. Going to try an extra point here. The snap is back. The kick is on its way, and it is no good. It nearly went into the concession stand. So with 4:39 remaining, 54-18 your score. We're back after this. We're Classic Hits 97.7.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Hey, all you Tiger fans, it's game time. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We are thrilled and ready for live Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger action on the field and court this season. Let's pack the stands and cheer loud. Cattlemen's Bank is full of school spirit. Go Tigers!
Back at the Liberty Bowl, in a ball game that has Mangum comfortably out in front, 54-18. They will get it here with 4:39 remaining, and I guess they're probably, they being Mangum, they're probably thinking we may have an onside kick here.
Number 0, pretty similarly, number 47, Mason Mitchell, got back to Mangum Tigers to receive kickoff.
Although Mangum doesn't have their good hands folks at the 50-yard line. When you got guys that have 7 as their first number or 6, those aren't the guys that normally handle the football, if you will. So let's see what Wilson does here. That's about the only thing missing from the night for Mangum is a kickoff return. End over end on the hop. Going to be fielded by Mitchell. Oh, it goes over his head. And Mason will let it roll into the end zone for touchback. Good decision there by Mason. That ball took a wicked hop and went over his head. So Mangum will get it. 4:39 remaining. And it becomes a Dr. Seuss time. It was Go Dog Go, the book, but if you're a Mangum fan, it's Go Clock Go. I think of all the Dr. Seuss books, Go Dog Go was my favorite. I don't know why, but I always enjoyed that one. In fact, I recently read it. No, I'm kidding. High snap here. Mangum with the football. Wide open spaces. 25, 20, or 30, 35, 40. Ball comes free and going to be recovered by Wilson, I believe. Good run, but losing the ball in the open field was Tough Halford. Wilson says they have the recovery. We've not gotten anything official for the guys in the striped shirts. And they're still down there grappling, talking about it, and Wilson has the football. So it'll be Wilson with the ball at the 38-yard line of Mangum. 4:29 left in the contest. Well, give Wilson credit. They do not want to go quietly into the good night for sure. Playing hard to the end. But again, this is a group that numbers aren't as strong for Wilson, and so they've got a lot of first-teamers in there. Say good evening to the always classy, sharp, and elegant William Dickey. Coach, thanks for joining us tonight, buddy. Good to have you alongside. Wilson going to run the sweep to the far side. Penalty flag's going to fly all over the field. It was a great carry that time by Alex McKendrick, but Alex the benefactor of not one but 2 different holds, and this one is going to come back. So great. Coach Zicky says, great job, Tigers. Dakota Rittenauer says he just saw that Cashin beat Velma in double overtime, 27-26.
Wow.
Bit of a surprise there. By the way, Debbie went back to the archives of the Oklahoman and found their prediction. 34-16 is what they had Wilson beating Mangum here this evening.
I wonder what they had the Watauga Hobart game picked.
By the way, Robert wants you to know, Blake says, hey, Cameron, I'm coming by to get my Miss Freshly Honey Bun and a 44 Pepsi.
Not tonight, I won't see you.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, I'm probably going to stop in on my way by. I'm not going to lie.
I would guess when he comes in to see you at the store, it is entertaining, to say the least.
Oh, it's always entertaining.
Yeah.
There's lots of entertainment. I think my biggest entertainment is former NFL running back Charlie Garner.
Oh, really?
I give him a harder time than just about anybody.
Snap going to be bobbled. It's on the ground. And how about the effort there? Trying to dive in and get the football for Mangum was Johnny McGee, the 5'11", 170-pound sophomore. He didn't get the football, but he did make the tackle. Big loss on the play. That'll bring up a second down and forever now for Wilson.
We'll call it second and 20.
Didn't he play for the Eagles, didn't he?
And the Raiders, yeah.
Okay, that's right. I remember the Raiders now that you say that.
I gave him a hard time the other day because he came in, he was wearing a Charlie Garner shirt. I said, well, he was ripping himself. I said, whether anybody else is or not.
Well, you got to be confident.
Yeah.
Second down, and again, great penetration by Mangum as the tackle going to be turned in by the Tigers' Caden Carpenter. Caden 5'10", 165. But again, a man possessed is McGee for Mangum. I mean, he is in there wreaking havoc. The line to make for a first down is the 29 of Mangum. The line of scrimmage, the 45 of Wilson. Get out your slide rule, your compass, and your calculator, and get
26.
get yardage on that one. Third down and 26 for Wilson. By the way, they've got a new quarterback in there. Underneath center is Chase Vernon.
Chase Vernon under center.
Vernon, long snap count, bobble the ball. Now going to get sacked as he tried to keep it here on the near side. And guess who? Third play in a row, Johnny McGee. Johnny McGee says, Johnny me and Bobby McGee come after you. Wow. I mean, Johnny has, on 3 straight plays, whipped his man at the line of scrimmage and been in the backfield in a blink of an eye.
He's like, hey, Coach, just a reminder. Just a reminder, Coach.
Yeah.
You got this one.
Impressive.
Got this waiting behind.
By McGee. So Mangum will get it back now. As Isaiah Gibson will kick it away. 1:55 running here in the fourth quarter of play. 54-18. And you know that Mangum looking at the scoreboard going, how about 60? Back to receive the punt, Sam Slayton. Kick is on its way. Slayton has it go over his head. High bounce, gets away from it. Now the ball comes back to about the 11-yard line, where it will be touchdown there. So Mangum gets it. A $1:31 left in this one. You got to be thinking about who you want to name as your player of the game. 54 points. Stellar defense. A lot of selections. A lot of choices. He's going over his manual now. I like that. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Mangum as they go to work at their own 11-yard line. And they'll work underneath center as well, or will they? No? Still going to go with... Okay. They put back into the lineup Remington Laughlin, and I thought maybe they'd put him underneath center and have him just simply fall on the football, but they're going to have him take a knee a couple of times and let this one run out. So 1:10 left in running here in the fourth quarter of play, and it would appear the final score would be 54-18. Mangum winning it going away. as Laughlin will look at the back judge and wait for him to begin the countdown. He'll wave his arm, there it is, when it gets to 10, and he'll start counting it down. And then Remy will take the snap. This time he is underneath center and takes another knee.
One more snap ought to do it.
So Mangum will snap it one more time, and this one will be in the books. And the Tigers will have won the season opener against Wilson for the second straight year. This time, 54-18 will be your final score. 54-18. Mangum will win it tonight, and they will finish the evening at the Liberty Bowl in fine fashion. 54-18, Brian Lively, your final score. Mangum tonight over Wilson. We're back with your player of the game after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Attention Mangum Tigers. Are you ready to show your Tiger pride? This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. At our bank, we are always geared up and ready to cheer the Tigers and Lady Tigers on to victory. You can count on us to wear the brightest orange and black. We'll see you at the games.
Did you know the freshest and most beautiful long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call at 580-782-2122 for fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts. Make that trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Rod Calhoun support high school sports. Mickey and Rod offer insurance for property, auto, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're ready to serve you at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Call 580-782-3827.
I get tickled. Amy and Ken Carter getting excited about Caden Carter. Caden getting in the ball game late, and they say, number 6, go boy. You gotta love that. So congratulations to young Mr. Carter and the rest of the Mangum Tigers as they win it going away. Final score 54-18. And during the timeout, Cameron and I put our heads together and talked about who the player of the game was. When you got 54 points on the board, there's a lot of different folks you can choose from. You think about Mad Max Richardson picking up the fumble and going 52 yards for the score. The interception by Diego Tellis. Jackson Brooks had a couple of great tackles in the backfield. A lot of folks to choose from, but you said a name very quickly, and I agreed just as quickly. Our player of the game tonight is
Zeke Rogers.
Zeke Rogers, the outstanding wide receiver for the Mangum Tigers, and Rogers making some great catches this evening, including 2 different times when his teammate and longtime friend, and they've played together, Remington Laughlin, threw a football up to a spot, and Zeke went and caught it for the touchdown. So Zeke Rogers, our player of the game tonight, as Mangum wins it going away. And again, there could be a lot of folks that could be the player of the game. So Mangum 1-0 on the year. Best of luck to the Mangum Lady Tiger softball team on Monday as they travel to Merritt for a huge district matchup. And then they'll play Tuesday afternoon, a doubleheader against Frederick. We'll be back on the air next Friday night as Mangum will be on the road at Hobart to take on the Bearcats. Our airtime is set for 6:40. Kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. Don't forget college football tomorrow afternoon and evening along the Fox Radio Network on KTJS. It'll be Oklahoma State and Oregon first from Oregon. Airtime tomorrow is set for about 1 o'clock. Kickoff at 2:30. And then after that, it'll be Norman for Michigan and Oklahoma. For the Cameron Dole Experience, I'm Michael Barnes. Thanks for joining us tonight for Mangum Tiger football, live and in living color on Classic Hits 97.7.